The following is a presentation of Orangeville Blitz Hockey.
All right, welcome inside the broadcast booth of the Igloo, the Alder Street Arena here in Orangeville, Ontario. I'm Trey Hamilton, your play-by-play voice, getting sent to carry you through Game 3 of the Nphl Metropolitan Conference semifinal between the Six Nations Ironmen and the Orangeville Blitz. As these two teams battled it out last weekend, Friday night, the Ironmen took Game 1 here on the road at the Igloo. With an impressive 5-3 win. They came out, played a perfect road game. They went down early, didn't get phased. They kept on flying. They kept on hard forecheck, and they came away with that ever so important road win to open up the series. And then the Sunday afternoon puck drop in Six Nations. The Orangeville Blitz came in and took care of business, a 7-3 commanding win on the road to even the series up at one game apiece, and that is where we stand right now. As here in the Metropolitan Conference, this is the only contest going on tonight. Alvinston and Strathroy had a back-to-back Thursday and Friday. Thursday night, we saw Strathroy win 3-2 in overtime at home over the Killer Bees to tie the series at 1. And then just last night, a 5-2 win on home ice for the Alvinston Killer Bees, the number 1 seed in the Gateway Division. They take a 2-1 lead in that best-of-7 series, as one of these two teams tonight is looking to do the exact same, trying to take the stranglehold as we get set for what is now down to a best-of-5. And these two teams very evenly matched, both hard forechecking teams. The Blitz are a little bit more transition-based, as we've talked about in the past. They like to open up the ice and center ice, quick touch passes. The Ironmen like to go two-man forecheck, dump it in those corners, get in, rumble down, bang bodies in the corner, get pucks in front, get pucks in dangerous areas. Can the Blitz transition take control of Game 3, or will the Ironmen heavy forecheck ultimately win them this ever so important third game on the road? All right, folks, we're going to send it over to our highlight package. We have a highlight recap for Game 1 and Game 2. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube.
It's Friday night NPHL playoff action as the Orangeville Blitz get ready to host the Six Nations Ironmen in Game 1 of their semifinal series. Orangeville's Andrew Whitten had an impressive first round, putting up 3 goals and 6 assists in 5 games. And on the other side, Six Nations Steve Laforme notched 5 goals and 7 assists through 5 games. Let's hit the ice from the Alder Street Rec Center. First period, Orangeville's on a rush as Luke Perovic works in. He drops it to Andrew Whitten. Whitten finds Perovic in the slot and he snipes it home. Luke Perovic scores his 3rd of the playoffs as he breaks the ice for the Blitz. It's 1-0. Less than a minute later, Six Nations tries to clear it out, but it's kept in at the line. It's sent down from the point and Luca Marandola tips it in. Luca Marandola nets his 2nd of the postseason as Orangeville adds on. It's 2-0. Not long after, the Ironmen are looking to respond. Terry Bridgeland collects it in the corner. He dishes it to Steve Laforme in the slot, who finds Brendan Anderson down low, and he flips it past the netminder. Brendan Anderson has his 5th of the playoffs as Six Nations gets on the board. It's 2-1. Shortly after, Six Nations is racing down the ice as Tyler Hill skates in. Hill finds a diving Kessler Sky in front, but Ryan Mantle kicks it away. The net gets dislodged after a collision between Sky and Mantle, but both parties would be okay. A few minutes later, Orangeville has it in their own end. The pass is intercepted by Steve Laforme in front, and he goes 5-hole for the goal. Steve Laforme continues his playoff hot streak as he gets his 6th of the postseason. It's all tied up at 2. Now later in the period, the Ironmen are on a rush as Hill works in. He centers it to Tyler Hill in front, but Ryan Mantle gets a piece of it. It's all even at 2 at the end of the first. Second period, Six Nations is back on the attack as there's a scramble for the loose puck in front. Braden Hopkins tries to slide it home, but Ryan Mantle stretches out and is able to cover it up. Not long after, the stretch pass finds Cameron Searles breaking in. Searles dishes it to a streaking Luke Perovic for the one-timer, but Timothy Porter is even to it. Sometime after, the cross-ice pass connects with Alex Gilmore. Gilmore works to the net, hits a spin move, and finds the twine. Alex Gilmore has his third of the playoffs as Orangeville retakes the lead. It's 3-2. A few minutes later, Daniel Perry and Terry Bridgeland drop the gloves. It goes to the ice quickly and the refs break it up. Both players would be given major penalties for fighting, and Perry would be given a minor penalty for delay of game. On the ensuing Six Nations power play, Steve Laforme finds Kessler Sky in the corner. Sky fires a shot and it sneaks past the netminder, and Isaac Suklo puts it in. Isaac Suklo slides home his first of the postseason as the Ironmen capitalize on the man advantage. It's 3-all. Now late in the second, the Ironmen are back in the O-zone. Hill gathers it and plays it to Tyler Hill in the corner. He goes around the net and rips a shot and he buries it. Tyler Hill gets his second of the playoffs as Six Nations extends their lead. It's 4-3 heading into the third. Third period, Luca Marandola keeps it in the offensive zone for Orangeville. It's sent over to Cameron Searles at the point. Searles weaves into the slot and finds Daniel Perry in tight, but Timothy Porter covers it up. Not long after, Six Nations is looking to add on. Braden Hopkins crosses it to Tycee Cowan in front, but Ryan Mantle keeps it out. Now late in the third, Orangeville has pulled their goalie for the extra attacker. Tycee Cowan steals the puck and he puts it in the empty net. Tycee Cowan's first of the postseason puts the game away for Six Nations. That would do it as the Six Nations Ironmen take this one 5-3 over the Orangeville Blitz in Game 1 of the NPHL semifinals. Game 2 now shifts to Six Nations, with Game 3 coming back to Orangeville on Saturday, March 14th.
And the Ironmen are set for game number 2 here. Theo Hill with it, rips it, scores! Theo Hill makes it 1-0. Six Nations Ironmen couldn't get it, and the Blitz come attacking once again. Witten shot, scores! The Orangeville Blitz strike on the and they tie this one up. Theo Hill off the draw. Theo with the just shot, a goal! Mitch Green off the tip. Oh, it was off the tip of Farmer there. And there's a goal! Just like that, the Orangeville Blitz get that one back. Picked up by the Ironman. Curry with it. There's a slide. Here's an opportunity. All alone, shoots, scores! The Orangeville Blitz get the Ironmen all tied up on the power play. Gilmore. Dolvier. There's a shot and a goal! Chase Spencer with the goal. And on the power play, the Orangeville Blitz take a 2-goal lead here at 4-2 as we look at the replay. Just nice puck movement here. He just fired that one. Chase Spencer did over the glass and got ourselves another face-off here. Blitz win. And we have ourselves a tussle, folks. Looks like Tycee Cowan and Nate Rowe, both of them dropped the mitts. Tycee Cowan with the shot. Cowan again. Cowan on top. And it looks like Tycee Cowan wins that one. As Rowe and Cowan back face to Porter. Tried to spin around and tuck it in, but couldn't. There's a shot and a goal. Finally, one of those off-angle shots. Redirect in. And it looks like that was Jeff Noseworthy. There's a shot and a goal. Boy, oh boy, that was a strange one. But I think the Ironmen are going to take it. As it popped out and Terry Bridgeland put it in. For an extra attacker, it's going to be 6-on-4 here. For a moment, there's a scramble, and that one was an odd one as the puck goes all the way down, curls in. And a tough curl for the Ironmen, but a great curl for the Blitz. Searles. Perfect. There's a shot and a goal. And just like that, the crowd is silenced once again, and the Orangeville Blitz take a 7-3 lead. And it looks like the Orangeville Blitz are going to win this one by a score of 7-3 and tie this best of 7 NPHL Metropolitan Conference North Division final series at 1 game apiece.
All right, so the highlight package is out of the way. Game 1 and 2 were fantastic between these two clubs. Down in Six Nations, as you guys just saw on Sunday afternoon. The Blitz came out flying. The Ironmen did strike first, but the Blitz ended up scoring 5 of the game's next 6 goals to really take control of that game. The Ironmen got one fairly late to make it 5-3, and then the Blitz on the backhander from Andy Witten all the way from in front of his own net. It rolled all the way down. It just missed the roof. For any of you that have been down to Six Nations, the roof is about 25 feet in the air, and he just missed that roof, and then it rolled all the way down right into the middle of the net to put that one away. So interesting development on the Six Nations side of things. It does appear that the goaltender, number 31, Chris Harbeck's getting the start tonight after Tim Porter gave up 7 in Game 2. It looks like Ryan Davis is going to the backup goaltender, Harbeck, who had a very good first round. He's actually currently the NPHL Metropolitan Division leader in save percentage for the playoffs, posting a .954 save percentage in his limited appearances in round 1 against the Halton Hills Coyotes. So Davis trying to mix up the mojo a little bit, try to change things up from the goaltender perspective. It wasn't that Porter played a terrible game. I think there was maybe a couple that he wanted back, especially that sharp angle shot off the stick of Jeff Noseworthy particularly. I think that one really got the Ironmen upset. But Porter's still a great goaltender, and he'll be ready and waiting on the bench just in case he's called upon. And in net for the Orangeville Blitz, it's Ryan Mantle, the steady presence. He had a bit of a tough game 1 in this series, but he ended up really settling himself down in game number 2. I thought he was fantastic, made a few humongous saves when that was a tight game to keep that game within reach for the Blitz. And then, like I said, they go out and score 5 out of the next 6 goals after that opening goal from Theo Hill. And, what more could you ask for from your starting netminder? All right, looking through the starting lineups for the Six Nations Ironmen. As I said, Harbeck gets the start in net. Mitch Green starting on the back end along with Isaac Sokol up front. Jacob Brown's on the back end with Mitch Green. Up front, Isaac Sokol with Mitch Brown and Tice Cowan to round out the starting lineup for the Ironmen. And for the Blitz, it's going to be Mantle in net. Starting on the back end, we have Chase Spencer and Leland DeLangley. That's 7 and 92, for those of you wondering about the numbers. And then starting up front, Ben Thompson on the wing, Perovic on the right side, and Kyle Heffernan gets the start up the middle. No Tyler Randall tonight, no Jesse Chidwick in the lineup. A couple names missing for the Orangeville Blitz, but good to see Graham Rooney, the spark plug, back in the lineup. He's been dealing with an upper body injury. It's kind of a back and forth. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Well, he was feeling good today, and he is ready to get out there on that third line, that energy line with Luca Marandola. And on the opposite side of it, for the Six Nations Ironman Theo Hill is here, but I do not believe Tyler Hill is in the building, but they do insert Kessler Sky back into the lineup, who missed game 2 of this series. So take out Tyler Hill, throw in Kessler Sky. I don't think the Ironmen are upset with that swap, although they'd love to have Tyler Hill here. I think Kessler Sky is a highly skilled forward and should bring a lot to this contest here tonight. All right, folks, that takes care of our pregame live. Stick around. I will be on the mic in the arena for the pregame ceremonies, taking care of the starting lineups, etc. So I will not be back on the mic here until puck drop, which is set for about, let's give it about 10 minutes from right now, 7:30. We're still on schedule. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Playoff Hockey, presented to you live here on YouTube. All right, folks, welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at the Igloo in Orangeville, Ontario, as we get you set for puck drop here in Game 3 of the Nphl Metropolitan Conference semifinal between your Orangeville Blitz and the visiting Six Nations Ironmen. As things start to heat up, this series has definitely already been one for the ages. These two teams going back and forth. They've officially split their season series, if you include the regular season, 3 games apiece. I mean, it comes down to now a best of 5. We'll see who will reign victorious here in game number 3. I'll be on the call. Just like I said a few moments back, I will be taking care of the public address announcements for the starting lineups, so I will not be on the mic for a couple of minutes here. Stick around, though, folks. Don't go anywhere. Puck drop right around the corner, about 5 minutes away. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Hockey, presented to you live here on Blitz TV on YouTube.
The following is a presentation of Orangeville Blitz Hockey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are ready for hockey. We are having some issues with our timer here, so just give me a second. If the time on the screen does disappear, I do apologize. I'm working on it, but I got a million different things to do, and the most important here is call this wonderful game number 3 of this NPHL Metropolitan Conference semifinal as the Ironmen and Blitz are ready, and center ice officials are set. And it's time for playoff hockey. From his own zone, DeLangley's going to look things over and lay it up on the left side where he gets Spencer, who gains the line onside. He'll fire one cross ice off the skates of Heffernan. It'll roll in behind where Ben Thompson will find it. He loses possession, and then it pops up on the far side. A battle ensues. And emerging with the puck are the Ironmen as they flip it up through center ice out of the reach of Cowan. Cowan lays a check, and Perovic lays it back for DeLangley. Quick up, they got Heffernan in center ice. He'll go cross ice, but that time it was out of the reach of Luke Perovic. And they'll fire it in the skates, but here comes Ben Thompson. Thompson chips around a man, and then it was poked away by Jacob Brown, and Thompson will regather. He'll lay it there on the left point side, hoping for DeLangley. It's taken away, and now Mitch Green, the captain, will fire it up, and he's got Cowan. Cowan's got a partial break, the shot and the save. Good early stop by Ryan Mantle. Puck comes free on the wall. Ironman get it back to the line. Keeping it in is Cowan, and then he turns it over. As on it, there's Dylan Quayle. He'll get it into center, but then it's turned over, and the Ironman just backhanded in, and Mantle will come out to stop it there. Mantle fires it up the plate. It'll find the stick of De Oliveira. It actually jumps over his stick, so Laforme takes it there. Now Laforme has it picked off, and in center ice, there's a battle, and Briglin's going to turn free. Todd Ratchford, the steady defenseman, fires it up the wall, knocked down by Searles, and then taken away by Laforme. Here he comes. Dances down the right side. He'll go in behind the cage, turn out. Survey things, fire cross ice. There's Ratchford, takes the shot, blocker save Mantle, and it just missed Anderson on the rebound. Away goes Searles, he'll lay it up, hoping for Gilmore, but Ratchford steps in the way of that, and that allows Laforme to reset in his own zone. 18-10 to play here in period 1. That one off the stick of Quayle, bounces free, and he's going to take it up. He'll gain the line, but it was just offside at that Ironman line, so we'll get a face-off. We'll redo things at center ice just outside of the Ironman zone. Face-off just outside of the Ironman bench. It's that top line getting their first shift here. It's Theo Hill with Kessler Sky and Brock Farmer on the far side. So a big body, a hard forward checker with two very skilled forwards. We'll see how this line works out. Let's get that third line on the ice. It's Perovic with Marandola and Rooney. Here's Perovic trying to dance his way through a check. It comes free in feet, and it's poked towards the goal by Rooney. And he goes in hard. He'll tangle up with Avery Antone in front of the net, but cooler heads prevail. And we'll get a draw down in the Ironman zone to the left of the netminder, Chris Harbeck, getting his first start of the series. As I mentioned, currently posting the top save percentage in the NPHL Metropolitan Conference throughout the playoffs at .954 in his 3 appearances in round 1 against the Halton Hills Coyotes. Off the draw, blitz control at the line. DeLangley, cross-ice Spencer. He'll fire a shot. It was blocked by Farmer. It'll roll in behind the net where Antone takes a bump. On it's Rooney. On the left wing up to the high point. Quick shot to Langley, deflected off the side of the net by Marandola. He'll turn away. Back to the point. There's DeLangley. He'll give it back to Marandola, who will try to dangle through a man, and away they go. Look out. It's Hill and Sky. Might be a 3-on-1. Here's Hill walking in. Takes the shot. The save by Mantle. Up off the shoulder, and it's up into the netting and out of play with 17-17 on the clock. Another good stop. And you can tell the Ironmen are testing that blocker hand side on Ryan Mantle early, but he's made a couple of good stops. Face off to the left of Mantle. It's tied up in feet, comes free. Green back to the line. Sukal, quick shot, kicked away by Mantle. He'll come out the opposite side. Cowan swipes at it, couldn't get it. And now Heffernan, he'll take it behind his own net. The big forward lays it back to Leland DeLangley, the skilled defenseman, who's going to start the rush. He'll go across for his partner Spencer, who finds Gilmore. In the middle, there's Ben Thompson. He'll try to get it back for Heffernan, but it was sticked away. And now Gilmore gets it back to Heffernan, back to the opposite point. There's DeLangley. He's tied up, It eventually does come free, and out at the line, they might have another break the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Cowan on the left wing. He's got Ratchford cutting. Cowan back for Ratchford. He scores. Todd Ratchford jumps up, and a man goes down in the corner. I did not see what happened there. It might have been Cowan who set the goal up, who went in for the celebration, and he is hurt. I didn't see if he got hit. Again, we don't have a replay feature here. I know they have it in Six Nations. Ratchford buried the goal. They went into the corner to celebrate. And somebody down there, like I can't tell if it's Cowan. I think it is. Yeah, he hit the deck hard. But regardless, the Ironmen strike first once again. This back-to-back games they've scored first. I do apologize. I know the Blitz took the 2-0 lead back in game 1. So it was Gilmore. Gilmore did hit Cowan after the goal went in, and he's going to go sit. So immediately after taking the 1-0 lead, the Ironmen are also going to get a power play here. And we're not even 4 minutes into this first frame. Two-minute minor. I believe the call will probably be interference. So Gilmore's going to sit for 2 or less. Ironmen 2 or 3 transitional plays already, and that's on the Orangeville defense. You cannot give up transition. I don't care who you're playing. You cannot give up transition. As the Ironmen strike first, no chance for the goaltender Mantle. And now the Blitz shorthanded after going down 1-0 here at home. As that one cleared back to the line, tipped in by Marandola, and Ratchford, the goal scorer, is going to take over. He's been the difference maker. He's a shutdown defender, but he can also chip in offensively, as we've seen throughout this regular season and now into the postseason. Here's Anderson. He's flying. Brendan Anderson. He'll cut to the backhand. Send it on goal, and the save by Mantle. Comes out to the line now. They're set up. On that far side, Green. Back for Anderson. The quick shot. No problem for Mantle. Right into the glove. He'll hold on. 16:10 to go on the game clock, and a minute 31 here on the power play. I'll keep updating you guys on the time as well. Unfortunately, with our timer malfunctioning here, I'll have to do everything by voice, which when you don't have a color commentator gets a little difficult. Ironmen maintain possession off the draw, and then they can't get that one on the wall as Briglin fanned on it, and now Perovic will have center ice, and he'll just clear it all the way down. Now Ratchford starts up through center. He'll gain the blue line. He'll chip it through. Mantle pokes at it, missed it. In behind the net, Ratchford gets it into the corner. There's Laforme. He's a big body. He's tough to get off the puck. He'll carry it. He'll wait for his mates to get set up. Now he goes all the way across for Ratchford. It bounces on him, but he keeps it in. He'll spin it around the plate up that far side. There's Mitch Green, the captain. He'll overskate the puck momentarily, but he makes a nice play to stay on it. Now Anderson has it behind the net. Brendan Anderson spins around the far side for Laforme. He'll send it back to the point, but it's off the skate of Ratchford, and Quayle gets on it, but he can't clear. Laforme jumps in front. He'll turn back. Now send it cross ice, knocked down nicely by Perovic. It's still in a dangerous area. Briglin has it. He'll get it back to Laforme, but a good stick by De Oliveira. And that one we cleared through center ice. Mitch Green sends it up. Blitz trying to get a change. They do, as Anderson fumbled it at the line, and now Ratchford just backhands it in. The final 15 seconds of the power play winding down. Mantle's going to try to play it up the middle. He does get it by Anderson narrowly. And in center ice, the final seconds of this power play will wind down as the Ironmen start the game 0 for 1. They're offside here. They need to tag back up. They haven't yet. And that one's sent all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing. 14:30 to play in period 1. Here's Sukal. He'll lay it up for Ratchford, who will fire through. Knocked down nicely by Sky, but he couldn't get to it. Now Spencer and Sky body in the corner. It comes out. Here's Farmer, the big man. He'll turn free. Now he gets in a battle on the wall there with Marandola, and Farmer stays with the puck. Out of the scramble, Farmer still has it. He'll get bodied off the puck by Marandola, and away goes Gilmore out of the box. That one laid up. Marandola does get it in his feet. Lays it for Spencer, but the passing here early on in this first period has just not been there for the Blitz. And the Ironmen look crisp. Reminder, this is a back-to-back tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. puck drop in Six Nations. So this game is huge, ever so important, game 3. Here's Thompson. He'll swing wide, take the shot, the save made by Harbeck, his first test of the night. And he stands tall. Away goes Sky and Hill. Sky back for Hill, and it's in the feet. So he'll take it back the other way. There's Perovic with a step. Perovic might be a 3-on-2. He'll cut to the middle, take the shot, and he sent it wide. Out the other side, Thompson fires it off the legs of Rooney. Spencer activates. The defenseman will take it behind the net, try the wraparound, and it bounced on him, and he blew a tire. Now Thompson tries to center it. It'll pop out. Perovic keeps it alive, but now Jacob Brown will have time, and he'll fire it up, hoping for his brother Mitch. But it's out of his reach, and Heffernan resets at his own line. He'll fire it up. He's got DeLangley. DeLangley can't get it by Sukal, and now the Blitz are offside. Sukal picks it up, fires it up. He's got Cowan. Good to see him back out there after taking that spill. He'll walk in, taken away by Heffernan, and now Heffernan's away. Heffernan with speed. He's got a step. He'll cut in. Right to the middle. Heffernan, the quick shot. He sent it wide. Now it's chopped dead on that far wall. Cowan will find it, and he'll fire it in center ice. It was knocked down by Gilmore, and now taking it away, Mitch Brown. Mitch Brown, though, was stripped from behind nicely by DeOliveira, and the Blitz will reset. Heffernan will chip it in. Can't get it by Ratchford, who's, again, been a steady defenseman throughout this series. As that one turned over, though, by Mitch Green. Here's Searles. They're still offside as, again, the Blitz just a little discombobulated here to start this game. Fire that one up. Searles chips it. Couldn't get it by his man. And Cowan will have time to reset his own zone. Tyce Cowan makes a move. Can't get by Gilmore, who lays it in the middle for Searles. Searles leaves it there for Witten. Coming off a hat trick. Witten can't get by his man, though. A nice stand-up play at the line that time by, I believe that's Desande. As that one steered aside by Mansell in the corner. Taken away by Quayle, and now the Blitz starting up. There's a cross-ice pass right on the tape. Cam Searles. He'll move in. Swing wide. Searles right to the goal. The backhander, and he couldn't get it on net. Harbeck kicked the leg out and made a good stop there, and away goes Anderson. In transition, it's a 2-on-2. He'll move up. Try to get it down for Briglin, but it was picked off nicely by Spencer. And now the Blitz start up. They get Marandola on the left wing. Marandola cuts in. He's got a step to the goal. The backhander, and he sent it high and wide. Now he gets it to Witten. Witten, the shot, and the save by Harbeck. Cleared out of danger, and now Ratchford gets hit hard by Witten. Puck kept in by Spencer. He'll send it down low. Ratchford back to his feet. Will pick it off. He'll just rag it there and leave it there for LaForme. 11:13 to go. That clearing attempt knocked down by Rooney. Here's Rooney, cuts in the shot, and the save by Harbeck again. Blitz applying good pressure. Here's Perovic, his cross ice, off the stick of Sukal, and now Anderson's going to break out. Anderson moves up with Briglin and LaForme. He'll fire it in the opposite corner. DeLangley on it first. DeLangley spins it up the wall. It'll come out to Sukal on that opposite point. Sukal just puts it right back down. LaForme in behind the goal. He's tied up. He'll center it, hoping to get it to Anderson. It was off a leg and goes up to Jacob Brown on the opposite point. Takes a strange bounce off that dasher, and now that'll allow Marandola to start up. Marandola tries the flick pass through center. Can't get it to his man, and the Ironmen will just fire it all the way down from their own side of the red line. That's going to be icing. And the Blitz will get that top line right back on the ice. Gilmore with Heffernan and Ben Thompson. All three guys can play center, so it'll be interesting to see who takes draws in what spot. But the Blitz did dominate the face-off circle in Game 2. They did not in Game 1, and it cost them. 10:26 on the first period game clock. 1-0 the score in favor of the Ironmen. Face-off to the left of the goaltender Harbeck, controlled by the Ironmen. They'll spin it up the wall. Sky gets it out to center ice. Here's Anderson at the end of a long shift. He'll stop up, get it back for Sky. Sky in, takes the shot. He hit the goal post. Very close to making this a 2-0 game. Now they fire it up off the stick of Heffernan. Back and forth we go. Harbeck spins it up the opposite wall. Sukal will be on it first. He'll fire it all the way through center ice. Knocked down by Quayle, and he'll look things over. Quayle nearly fumbled it, but he got it across to DeOliveira, who finds Ben Thompson, who will fire it up on Heffernan's tape. The big-bodied forward will spin wide, lay it back to the line. DeOliveira, the quick shot, blocked out high, look out. But a great keep by DeOliveira. Now he's pestered by Sky. Works through the check, and eventually it does get out to center ice, and Farmer just swipes it, but he couldn't get it to Sky. Now DeOliveira lays it back for Heffernan, and he'll start up. Heffernan will swing wide. He'll cut to the line, sidestep a check, and dump it in around the plate. Ben Thompson will be first on it. He'll lay it back to the point for DeLangley. DeLangley fires it towards the goal, kicked away by Brown. Now it's sticked at. Gilmore will try to find it. It bounces through, and Sukal's going to start up for the Ironmen. Sukal fakes the shot, leaves it for Hill. Hill tries to get it in the middle. A good play there, and away go the Blitz as they had Searles behind the play, but The rolling puck couldn't find him, and then Spencer's going to send it all the way down, but it'll die before it gets to icing. 9:01 to play in this very brisk first period. There's one hoisted up through center, knocked down by DeLangley in his own zone. It's fired cross ice underneath the stick of Searles, and now Ratchford's going to start up. Here's Todd Ratchford. He'll gain the line. Look things over, drop it back. Now it's poke free, and the Blitz might have numbers. Here's Cam Searles. He'll lay it there for Spencer. Searles in. Spencer fires, backdoor, and they couldn't get it to Cam Searles, who had activated in with Spencer. Now away go the Ironmen. Not a lot of whistles here, just back and forth action. They walk in, take the shot, Mantle the save, and he swallows up the rebound. As that was Cowan who was loose, and Ryan Mantle has the answer. Another good stop for the Blitz netminder. 8:30 on the clock here in period number 1. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Mantle. It'll be Perovic and Mitch Brown on the draw. And the Ironmen control another face-off. They've been good here in the circle in this first period. Here's Mitch Brown from the sharp angle. Send it through the goal mouth. Rebound was kicked out. It was laying in a dangerous area, and the Blitz lived to tell about it. Now they got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Witten. Drops it back, Searles. Searles in front, and it was knocked away by Ratchford. Makes another great defensive play. Away goes Porter. He'll spin it off the wall. Mantle knocks it down, fires it. Perovic gets in a battle there with Mitch Brown. It's taken away, though, by the Ironmen. Now they try to center it, and it's sticked up by Quayle. Eventually it is found, though, in the corner. Centered in the middle by Porter. Back to the line, Ratchford. He'll fire the shot, looking for the tip. It bounces. There's Porter. He's behind the goal. He'll go out to the opposite point. It's kept in, dumped in by DeCare. Eventually it's cut off by Mitch Brown. Good shift here from the Ironmen, applying the pressure. We tick down to 7.5 to go in period number 1. The 3-man scramble turns into 4. It's put up the wall. Nobody home for the Blitz. They had 2 up high. LaForme, the quick shot right in the chest. No problems for Ryan Mantle, and he'll hold on. Again, the Blitz just absolutely terrible passing here in this first period, as they look like a team that haven't played a game in a month, and meanwhile they were just at it last Sunday, so hopefully they could clean that passing up here, as I haven't seen a pass really hit the tape very often here in this first period from the home side. Face off again to the left of Mantle. It's Brigland and Heffernan. Heffernan wins the draw. Up the wall, Rooney knocks it down. He'll leave it there for Heffernan, who has to turn back. Makes a nice little move, and now he'll survey. He'll lay it up for Spencer. In the middle, Marandola tries to deflect it through, and he couldn't get it to Rooney. Now Green through center. Taken away, though, nicely by Marandola. He's cut off, though, by Brigland. And then Brigland takes a hit for his troubles from Rooney, but they're able to get out of their own zone. The captain, Green, back across for Sukal. Sukal chips it in. Rooney just missed the check. On it first, though. Chase Spencer lays it up for Rooney. Rooney cross ice under the stick of Marandola. He's had a tough first period here, corralling those pucks. Leland DeLangley jumps in on the rush, takes it away. He'll swing it on the left side, dump it into the corner, but nobody home as Mitch Green just fires it up the opposite side. Kept in by Spencer. He'll fire it towards the goal. Knocked down out front. Gilmore couldn't get a stick on it, and instead it's taken back by Brigland. He'll just send it off the glass and all the way down. No icing here as it rolls in on Mantle. He'll just play it up. Gets it to DeLangley. Leland will fire it through center, knocked down by Marandola. He drops it back to Heffernan. Heffernan dangles his way in, drops it back to Langley. The quick shot, and it was blocked, and away they go. It's going to be numbers again. It's Anderson and Hill. Sorry, that's Sky. Anderson moves up, takes the shot. Blocker save, Mansell. Another great stop, but another 2-on-1 given up by the Blitz in this playoff first period. Now a quick shot from Sky, and Mansell right on the money makes the save, as the Blitz have given up 4 or 5 counter rushes here in this first period. Not an ideal way to start a playoff game on home ice in front of a good crowd on a Saturday night at the Igloo. 6:01 on the clock here for period 1. Off the draw, Ironman control. They send it towards the goal, and Farmer couldn't get it on net. It was blocked out high. And now here come the Blitz down the right wing side. Searles sends it off the corner boards. It'll come to the middle. Heffernan swipes it. It couldn't get it. Now it's back to De Oliveira. He'll send one out. Comes through. And Heffernan couldn't get it towards the middle, so now Farmer's going to start up. Theo Hill joins him. Farmer tries to bust his way right through. Mansell just swipes it to the corner, and De Oliveira's on it. He'll fire it up. He's got Cam Searles. Had some trouble with the bouncing puck, but he settles it down. Searles was electric in that last game in Six Nations. He'll lay it there. D'Oliveira all the way across. Here's Searles. Searles in the middle. Witten, the quick shot. It was blocked. Stand-up block by Kessler Sky. Ironmen did a lot of that in game one as well, just getting in the way of rubber and not letting it get to their goaltender. Brown hoists it through center. D'Oliveira sends it to Witten at the line. Witten couldn't get it deep now. Second try, goes cross ice on the tape. There's Searles. Searles will cut wide in the middle. Thompson, the shot, the save made by Harbeck. A tricky stop that time by Chris Harbeck. There's Ben Thompson. He's 1-on-3, gets it back to the line. D'Oliveira, the shot deflected just wide by Witten. Now Quayle activates, gets it there to Searles. Cross ice, hoping for Thompson. It's cut off, and they got a man behind the defense. Here's Theo Hill, one-on-one with the goaltender. He's right in, takes the shot. Save made by Mantle. 7 rush chances, and only 1 goal so far for the Ironmen, thanks to Ryan Mantle. And the Blitz need to wake up here as their legs are behind them in this first period. Ironmen all counter, all transition, taking the Blitz's game right to them. And Mantle keeping his team in this with 4:35 to play here in period one. Gilmore will be on this draw opposite, I believe that's Mitch Brown, and off the draw, Gilmore won it. They spin it up the wall, though, and it's picked off by DeCare. He'll put it in the corner, and Spencer first on it. Gets it up to Gilmore, who will spin it back for DeLangley. DeLangley crosses the red line, gets hit, and now it must have hit somebody on that Ironman bench. Will get a stoppage and a face-off just outside of that Six Nations zone. .422 on the game clock. Face-off just outside the Six Nations zone, tied up and controlled by the Ironmen. Now it's poked free nicely by Gilmore. Gilmore walks in, fires the shot off the blocker of Harbeck, who has had a good start to this game. He hasn't faced a ton of rubber, but he's made some good stops. DeLangley now, he'll fire the sharp angle shot. It hit Harbeck up high, and they're going to get the whistle here as that one hit him right in the ear area. And he's down. He's wincing. I hope he's okay. As Tim Porter, the backup, gets the hat off right away. He's ready to go in if they need it. Harbeck's going to try to get to his feet here and shake it off as that shot rolled right up high and caught him right on that right ear as he was down in the RVH. Does appear Harbeck's going to try to battle through it here. Again, an excellent crowd here in Orangeville, one of the best crowds we've seen in the playoffs so far. It's a big barn. It's hard to fill this place up, but I think the Saturday night puck drop definitely helped the community to be able to come out. And this is something that we're hoping that the Blitz could do in the future. Saturday night games just work better. Even the Ironmen with the Sunday afternoon, just better opportunity for people who have youngsters and families to be able to come out, Friday night at 8:30 like we had in game one. It's a tough sell for people, so I think this Saturday night crowd, it looks pretty good here so far. A few familiar faces making the road trip up, and as Harbeck's back to his feet, he does appear like he's going to try to stay in the game as Porter's put the ball cap back on, as you can probably see down in that kind of lower left side of the screen. He's handling the door. Got the start in game 1 and 2, and Harbeck in the net tonight. That's an interesting thing, having two capable goaltenders. That they're battling it out for, every minute of ice here. And if you get your opportunity, you can't miss it. So if you're Harbeck, you got to come in here tonight. You got to play solid. You got to hold the Blitz, who are a high-scoring offense. You got to hold them in check. And he's done a good job in this first period, as has Ryan Mantle, his opposite, who has taken over the starting duties. As Harbeck's mask, it does appear a strap was broken, so we're going to get a little bit longer of a delay here. Ironically, me saying this brisk moving first period. Let's see, the referee might make them give him Porter's mask, which might not go over well with him. I know as a goaltender, it's a very mental position. So you don't want to be wearing somebody else's equipment, something you're not used to, maybe a different size helmet. So we'll see if the referees give him grace here as they get things figured out. Again, no out-of-town scoreboard tonight in the Metropolitan Conference. As I had updated before, the Alvinston Killer Bees taking a 2-1 series lead as of last night. That was an 8 o'clock puck drop in Alvinston. They played Thursday, Friday, back-to-back. The Jets tied up the series at 1 game apiece, as they do give Harbeck Porter's mask here. This could be interesting. And he looks like he's ready to go. Only other game live right now, we have Deserano and Tweed, as this one a false start on the draw. Deserano and Tweed. Looks like the Bulldogs have a 3-2 lead in the second period of that game. As the playoffs up in the Capitol have been very exciting as well. Can't wait to see the Outlaw tournament. All right, we're back underway. DeLangley fires from the point as that one bounces through, and Harbeck juggled the rebound, but he ends up finding it off of the stick of Heffernan and makes the stop as he's adjusting the mask of Porter. It's got to be a weird feeling, like I said. The referees didn't want to wait around for the repairs, so they made him wear Porter's mask here. We'll see if it does affect him, as he did juggle that first shot. Good on Leland DeLangley, too, just putting rubber on that right away. There's a quick shot by Spencer up high, and a good save again by Harbeck as he threw that shoulder up there and covers up the rebound, as the Blitz trying to get rubber on him right away after that helmet switch. And he's been up to the test, makes a couple of good stops. Heffernan and Brigland again on the draw. Heffernan's won the last 2 in a row here. Can he make it 3? No. As off the draw, Ironmen control. They send it into center. And Chase Spencer takes it back. It's kicked in by Graham Rooney. It'll roll there to Ratchford. Ratchford sends it up and into the crowd. Is that going to be a penalty? I'm not sure where it hit. If it stayed in the bench, did it stay in the bench area? Because if it stayed in the bench, yeah, that's not a penalty. It's in the bench. They're going to give him the penalty, though. It was in their bench. I agree with the Ironmen on this one. Yeah, the Ironmen arguing. That puck looked like it went. I saw it hit the stanchion in the middle between the two benches. That little piece of glass that separates on the divider. Now, the referee's saying, well, it went over the glass, but I believe it does have to end up in the actual crowd, right? I'm not too sure. Does look like the referees are going to stand their call here, and the Blitz are going to get a power play with 3:40 remaining in period number 1, as Ratchford will sit their top defenseman as well. That's a costly penalty. See if the Blitz power play can make him pay. Off the draw, they control. Spencer swings wide. He'll go in behind the net. Lay it up for Witten. Witten waits in front, off the skate of Gilmore and in. They're going to wave it off. They're going to say that was kicked in, as that looked like a shot off the skate. So I guess they get the call on the Ironmen wrong, and then immediately they're going to talk it over. That was not kicked in. It just deflected off his skate. That was a smart play by Witten. He sent it off his skate. He was parked, tied up. And nope, they're going to wave it off. So a controversial couple of calls here, one going each way within, 5 seconds of game time. As I don't believe that was a penalty on Ratchford to begin with. And then they shot that one off the skate of Gilmore, who did not kick it in. He was stationary. That's Witten shooting it, aiming for the skate. Gilmore did not kick the puck in. By rule, it has to be intentionally redirected into the net. It can go off your skate. It can go off your shin pad. If you kick your leg at the puck, that's no goal. But that puck was sent off of a stationary skate. That should be a goal. And the referees 0 for 2 early on as the Blitz control the draw. Again, it all evens itself out, though. I don't believe that should have even been a penalty on Ratchford. So I guess both teams get the last laugh. Here's Gilmore with 1:38 on the power play. Turns it over, and Anderson lays it back. So-called cross ice lookout. Green under pressure. Green in his own zone. They tried to play keep away. Now Green gets it up to the line, and Spencer couldn't keep it. Look out. And Anderson was sprung, but they couldn't get it to him. Cameron Searles lays it back. Can't get it by Anderson. Anderson cuts in, tries to make a move, but Quayle, good steady presence right there, made a nice play, and he'll turn free. He'll fire it up for Spencer. Down the right wing, he'll gain the red line, gain the blue line, and stop up. He'll backhand it, hoping for Witten. It'll go through to Gilmore instead. He'll fire it up the wall. He's got Spencer. Cross point, here's Quayle. All the way across, Searles. Walks in, shoots, and he sent it high and wide. Comes all the way out to the opposite point where Quayle will hold it there. He'll walk the line, fire a wrist shot through, deflected. Rebound was there, and it's gathered up by Sokol. It's sent all the way down the ice. 45 seconds to go on this power play. Quayle will start up. He'll lay it back for Heffernan. Heffernan on the swing play will fly up. He gains the line onside. Heffernan takes it in behind the net. He'll wait up and then try to get it to Thompson, who gives it right back to him. Heffernan back to the line to Langley. Keeps it in, but he's in trouble. And he can't get it by Theo Hill, and they'll just get it out to center ice with 20 seconds to go on this power play. Here's Luke Perovic in his feet. He'll look things over and then fire across for DeLangley. DeLangley just hoists it in softly into the near corner. Green will be first on it. He'll chip it there to Sukal, but then it's kept in at the line and then sent up through center ice. As that puck actually came back to Sukal, he tried to spring his man Theo Hill. Ratchford joins the play. We're back to 5 aside. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Here come the Ironmen, and they're offside at the Orangeville line as Kessler Sky beat the play in by a step. And with a minute and a half to go in period 1, the Ironmen frustrated right there, but it was a very close play. I can't make a call on that one from up here, as it did appear Sky was just ahead of the play. Off the draw, Gilmore breaks his stick. Farmer the quick shot. Easily swallowed up by Mansell. He'll hold on. And we're going to face off in a reset in the Orangeville zone with a minute 27 on the game clock. Face off to the left of the goaltender, Mansell. Sky and Gilmore. Gilmore wins the draw. It's hoisted through center ice, hoping it for Searles. Searles has got it. Here's Cam Searles with a step across for Witten. The shot. He scores! Andy Witten, the 2-0. And the Blitz tie it up with a minute 21 to play here in period 1. What a beautiful pass from Leland DeLangley. Sent the aerial through center. And Witten and Searles cash in on the 2-0. We're tied. Just exactly how they drew that one up. A face-off win cleanly by Gilmore. The two skilled wingers flew the zone and they hoisted it up. And that 2-0 cashed in, and we are tied at 1 goal apiece. Here's Searles again looking to attack, and it was taken away nicely by Sukal. Now in center ice, Mitch Brown battles for the puck with DeLangley. It'll come in, but offside as Porter beat the play in just a step early on that one. That's Sandy Porter, not Tim Porter. Nope, the goaltender did not throw the player's equipment on and join the offensive side of things tonight. Face off with a minute 5 to go in period 1, controlled by the Blitz. Here's Quayle. He'll fire across ice. Spencer up, hoping for Rooney. They're going to say it was deflected in, so no icing. Rooney blows the tire. That gives some space for Sukal to start up. Sent in nicely by Cowan. He'll fly in after it and be first on it. Cowan set up the game's first goal. He's tied up. Porter takes it away. Sandy Porter back to the line. Quick shot. Sukal rebounds there, and it's bouncing through, but Mitch Brown couldn't get a stick on it. Now Rooney just hoists it through center. It'll settle down. 35 seconds on the game clock. There's Ratchford from his own zone. He'll go across for Sukal. Ironman trying to get one last rush going here. Dumped in by Brown. It'll jump over the stick of Mansell. So Spencer will play it there. He'll get it not out as a quick shot by Ratchford. Sent high and wide. He didn't miss by much. Now Sukal jumps up. He'll fire a shot off a stick and into the netting and out of play with 14.5 on the clock here in period number 1. 1-1 the score after that clutch late goal from Andy Witten, who's got 4 goals in his last 2 games. Absolutely fired up here in this second round series. He's been spectacular, the former Oshawa General. A lot of people here in Orangeville that are dedicated followers of the Blitz were asking for more from him in the regular season. I guess he was saving his best for the postseason. Blitz going to try that hoisted up play again. It gets to the line, but taken away by Sukal. He sniffed that one out. Now he's got Briglin. He'll walk in, take a shot, glove down by Mansell. Mansell plays it on, and that will allow time to wind down here in period number 1. So after 20 minutes of play here in Orangeville, 1-1 is the score where we sit now as the Ironmen got that first goal just under 4 minutes into the game. They cashed in on a 2-on-1 as Brendan Anderson got a beautiful pass from Cowan to start the scoring. And then as about a minute and a half remaining in period number 1, the Blitz did answer with a goal of their own as a 2-on-0 was capitalized off the stick of Andy Witten as Searles and Witten came in and made no mistake off that aerial pass. Obviously, the questionable penalty call as that one was hoisted into the Six Nations bench. And then the shot that went off the skate of Gilmore, it didn't appear to be kicked in, but they called no goal on the ice. So both teams have a gripe here in period number one. But the opening 20 is all said and done. All right, folks, stick around. About 12 minutes, we'll have you second period action. You're watching Orangeville Blitz Playoff Hockey, presented to you live here on Blitz TV YouTube.
When the unexpected happens, you don't just need an adjuster, you need someone who cares. At Thompson Insurance Adjusters, we're more than a business. We're a family. And when you work with us, you become part of that family. As a small independent firm, we take the time to listen, to understand, to advocate for you every step of the way. No call centers, no runaround, just honest guidance, clear communication, and decades of hands-on experience you can trust. Because restoring property is important, but restoring peace of mind? That's everything. When life happens, we're here to help you move forward. Thompson Insurance Adjusters. Adjusting with integrity, serving with heart.
Goal scored by number 75, Connor.
Hello, we're going to do a little refresh on my hair today. So I'm going in with the dry shampoo and putting that all over my roots, just massaging that in after I've applied it. And then going in with the texture spray, my favorite texture spray ever, holding up my roots to get a little bit of lift and volume since it's fallen so flat after a couple of days. And then going in with the oil just to break up a little bit of that texture spray and to add some shine, softness. That's the end of this quick refresh. If you have any questions about these products, message me or book an appointment at link in bio. Catch you on the next video.
Hi, I'm Jesse Chidwick, broker with Team Apex, powered by Keller Williams Real Estate. Growing up, I was committed to hockey. The sport had all of my attention, and I was determined to play at the highest level possible. To succeed on the ice, it takes a lot of early mornings at the rink, long hours training at the gym, and a lot of discipline. Fast track to today, the game may be behind me, but I have been able to take the skills and lessons learned from the sport and apply them to real estate, resulting in a 5-star experience being delivered to our clients time and time again. Buying, selling, and investing can seem overwhelming and stressful. Just like preparing for a big game, home buyers and sellers need to prepare for what is involved and rely on expert advice. Behind a trophy lies the time put in before the game, commitment to succeed, and guidance to execute plays that work. The same goes for a successful real estate experience. Whether you are buying or selling, you have our full attention, discipline, and commitment to reach your real estate goals. We are here to help you navigate the process for success, to successfully execute a game plan, knowing that your best interests are at the forefront of everything we do. Just like a coach, we are always there to provide valuable expertise and guidance to help you through the process and make informed decisions. Team Apex is here to put in the work to achieve a seamless, stress-free transaction. So if you are looking to score in real estate, let's connect today so I can help you feel confident and comfortable with your next move. We are committed to a 5-star experience.
You know about dreaming, dreaming. You don't really know about nothing, nothing. Tell me what you know about the night terrors every night. 5 a.m. cold sweats waking up to the sky. Tell me what you know about dreams, dreams. Tell me what you know about night terrors, nothing. You don't really care about the trials of tomorrow. Rather lay awake in the bed full of sorrow. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining on. Shining, always go. I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good.
wasn't fake enough. My real life was a headline. Your real life got a deadline. My timeline was a hashtag. Your timeline just a hate crime. Coming in hot, feeling like Pac. Back in 94 when he took 5 shots. Too much, wake him up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake him up.
All right, folks, welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at the Igloo in Orangeville, Ontario, as I get you set for second period action between the Six Nations Ironmen and the Orangeville Blitz. As the Blitz have taken the ice, they're ready to go. Ironmen just waiting as the last minute of this intermission clock bleeds down. 1-1 the score. Ironmen struck first within the first 4 minutes. Got a power play immediately after the goal, unable to capitalize. And then the Blitz with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go in period number 1 with a beautiful aerial set up by Leland DeLangley. A 2-on-0 broke out, and Cam Searles across to Andy Witten, who made no mistake and buries it. Like I said, his 4th goal in the last 2 games. 4th goal in the last 4 periods, excuse me. And that's where we sit. 1 goal apiece as we get set for second period action. Ironman taking the ice now. I did get relayed a couple of messages from our producer, as I do appear that I was pronouncing the Ironman goaltender incorrectly. It's Hrabek. Chris Hrabek is the official proper pronunciation, so I'm going to make sure I stay on top of that, as Chris had an excellent first period. And also we were asked to give a big shout out to Chris Emery. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. Really appreciate you, buddy, and anybody who has tuned in to this Game 3 of the Nphl Metropolitan semifinal. Thank you all, and we are ready. It's going to be an exciting final 40 minutes of hockey or more, as these two teams are geared up and ready to go. 1-1 is where we sit. Second period just about to get underway as the officials get the puck. Both goaltenders do appear to be set. As we'll see if the pace and tempo of that first period keeps up. That was it was a frantic first period. And these two teams lived up to the hype after the opening 20 minutes. Hrabek set on the right side of your screen. Mantle set on the left side. Goaltenders both standing on their heads in that first period. Some huge stops from both netminders, as Gilmore and LaForme are ready to go, and we're underway here in period number 2. Quayle from his own zone controls. He'll go back across for Spencer, who will look things over and lay it on the tape. There's Gilmore. He'll cut through center, gain the line, drop it back for Witten. Witten in some trouble, tied up, gets it to Searles. Searles back for Witten. Witten just pokes it back to the line, but it's out at center where Quayle has to reset. Again, I apologize for those tuning in late. Our timer malfunctioned tonight, so I'm going to have to be relaying the live time as we go throughout the game. As walking right in, it's Briglin. He'll swing wide. He'll send it back towards the middle. It's out of the reach of LaForme. Back to the line. A shot knocked down, and away goes Spencer. He'll fire it up. He's got Searles in stride. Here's Cam Searles. Takes the shot. He scores! Cameron Searles. 42 seconds into period 2. Beats Hrabek under the glove, over the pad in that 6-hole. And he gives the Blitz the 2-1 lead. A sneaky little shot there. And the home team takes their first lead of the night. It's definitely one Hrabek's going to want to have back, as he was on his angle, but he just was a little late getting to his knees, and that one beat him just over the pad and under the glove. That's a tricky spot to stop. Now another shot blocked as the Blitz look to add on. There's Heffernan. He'll spin, try to get it in front, and it was picked off nicely by Ratchford. He'll lay it up to Farmer, who will backhand it up, and he gets it to Theo Hill in stride. Here's Hill trying to answer right away. It's taken off his stick nicely by DeLangley, and he'll chip it up to Thompson, who gets Heffernan in stride. Here he goes. Heffernan from the right side fires a shot, easily blockered away by Hrabek. And now it's sent up, and away goes Farmer. Here's Farmer down the left wing. He'll go into the corner, has some trouble with the bouncing puck. It's taken back by Perovic, who lays it up, and he's got Ben Thompson. He'll send one off the wall, knocked down nicely by Ratchford, though, and that allows the Blitz to reset at their own line. Here's Alex de Oliveira. He'll spin it up the wall. He's got Graham Rooney fresh off the bench. He'll fire it. Here's Ben Thompson. Takes the shot right into the chest. And Hrabec makes that stop look easy. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off down in the Ironman zone. 18-19 on the game clock. If you do see the red light going off behind the net there, that's a couple of youngsters messing around down there. As we'll see how accurate they are. Maybe we can hire them next year. Face off to the right of the goaltender, comes back to the line, controlled by the Blitz. Here's Spencer. He'll lay it across ice, couldn't get it to Marandola, and instead it's taken away by Cowan. Sukal's going to hoist it through center ice. It's knocked down by Brown. In stride, here's Cowan. Cowan's got a step, the quick shot, glove down by Mantle, and sent back to the line. Sukal fires a shot. It was blocked by Rooney up high, and Sukal keeps possession. He'll fire the shot, kicked away by Mantle. He'll come out the other side. Antone chops at it, and Spencer gets it by Antone. He's going to look to start up. His backhand pass laid up and picked off by Sukal. As the Ironmen are offside, they're going to have to wait to tag up, and Marandola is going to carry it in. Marandola drops it back. The centering pass was picked off, and away they go. DeCare's going to start the rush. He'll fire it in. Cross corner. It's knocked down by Mantle. He'll spin it up the wall, and it's taken there by Cowan. Makes a nice move. Leaves it there. Quick shot. Glove down by Mantle. No problems that time, and the Orangeville netminder holds on with 17:26 to play here in period number 2. Two minutes, 34 seconds gone. In the second frame, Blitz took the 2-1 lead. Cam Searles, a sneaky little shot. Just over 30 seconds into the frame. Here's a shot by Ratchford, blockered away by Mantle. Out to the line, it'll come. And it's laid there where Searles will cut in. From the backhand, he'll try to spin it in front, and he had Perovic, but a beautiful read once again by who else? It's Ratchford. And his pass in center, though, picked off by DeLangley. He'll spin it in, and Ratchford meets it there. And he'll reset for the Ironmen. Ratchford dangles through, lays it across. It's underneath the stick of Briglin. As Searles tried to sidestep a check. Here's Perovic. Perovic walking in. Perovic takes the shot. He scores! Luke Perovic from the sharp angle. 2 goals in just over 3 minutes. The Blitz take the 3-1 lead. That was another tricky shot. It was a 2-on-1. I think Hrabec was thinking pass the whole way, and as soon as he moved off his angle, Perovic puts it over his blocker hand, and it's 3-1, just like that. Ironmen looking to respond, now down 2 goals here in period 2. As Theo Hill deflects that one, it'll go right in on Mantle, so no icing. Mantle lays it back for his speedy defenseman, Leland DeLangley. Coach at St. Andrews College. His pass, though, picked off. Now they get Farmer alone in front. Backhander, and a good stop by Mantle. As Farmer had snuck in after that turnover, and Mantle stood up and made a good stop. Ironmen maintain possession. Here's Hill. He's on that left wing, go backhanded, hoping for Sky, and it trickled in on Mantle. A sneaky little stop there. He stuck the goal stick out and made a stop, covered it up. 16-17 to play here in period 2. We'll get another face-off in the Orangeville zone as the Ironmen come close to answering right after the Blitz take the 2-goal lead. Ironmen keep that top line on the ice, but the face-off controlled by Gilmore. Up the left wing, Ben Thompson will fire it, hoping for Rooney. It takes a strange carom, and Farmer resets. He'll lay it back for Ratchford, who starts out from behind his own net. He'll fire it up to Farmer. Farmer lays it for Sky. He'll deflect it in, and they'll go after it. Mantle comes out of the net. He'll play it up the wall. Farmer takes it. He's on his backhand. He turns it over to Spencer. Spencer charges up. Might be a 3-on-2. On the right wing side, the defenseman takes a look. He'll fire it across ice. It was knocked down, though, by Ratchford, and he's going to try to get it up to Hill, but it was out of his reach. And Quayle was back. So Quayle will take it behind his own net. The Orangeville defenseman will fire it up. It's knocked down by Gilmore. Ratchford blew a tire, but away goes Cowan. He'll walk in on the right side, cut to the middle, is picked off, though, and away goes Witten. Witten lays it for Marandola. It's off his feet, though, and that allows Green to spin back for Ratchford, who will fire it up, hoping for Brown. Mitch Brown fights through a check. He'll cut in, and a good stick that time by Spencer. Disrupts the play, and Ironmen stay on it behind the net. It's laid there for Cowan. He'll turn through. Quayle bodies him off the puck, and Marandola's going to start up. He'll lay it on the right side for Witten, who will gain the line, look things over. Witten gets bodied there by Green. They battle in the corner. It's a four-man scramble. Marandola gets wrestled down by Sukal, big, strong defenseman. He'll take it away and start up for the Ironmen. Head up the whole way, skates through center ice, gains that red line, and just hoists it into the corner. It'll settle down. Sukal first on it. He'll spin it back at the side of the net as Cowan hit the side of the goal, trying to stuff it in, and it'll come back to the line here for Green. Green for Cowan. Cowan dances through one. Marandola's going to try to take the puck over. Cowan spilled. And then it's chipped up and taken away by Witten. They gain the line. It's Perovic. He'll turn through, and then his pass was knocked down, so DeLangley will just hoist it. It hits the linesman, and now Brown hoists it back for DeLangley. He'll lay it up, hoping for Perovic, who gives it right back to him, and then he just spins it off the open boards, and Green's going to fire it up. He's got Brown. Mitch Brown's got Anderson cutting. Can he get it to him? Anderson on the backhand, spins one on goal, and the save made by Mantle. Now DeLangley puts it off of Perovic. It's kept in by Brigglin. Briglin's backhander all the way through as Anderson was looking for the high tip. Instead, it's Brown at the line. He'll fire it down, knocked down by Thompson, who will backhand it up. Or Ratchford makes a nice play, as he's done often in this series. He'll wait. He'll blow a tire. Ironman bench wanted a penalty. Instead, it's Perovic ahead of the play. Here's Perovic, and it's offside at the Six Nations line. Some sloppy action there from both teams. Bouncing puck. Ratchford pleading his case to the official. He thought that he was hooked on that last play, and the officials did not call it. So we'll get the face-off just outside of that Ironman line. LaForme wins the draw straight back. Here's Ratchford. He'll fire it up, deflected in the middle by Brigglin nicely, and here's LaForme. On his backhand, he turns into the corner. He's tied up by Heffernan. The puck comes free, and there's Brigglin on it instead. He'll lay it back for Ratchford, cross ice. Now it's dumped in around the plate. Anderson will be first on it. Anderson, though, cut off nicely by Spencer. Up the opposite point. It's chopped at and then knocked down nicely by Rooney, and away he goes. Rooney's got Thompson with him. He'll dangle his way through Ratchford. Rooney, what a move. Takes the shot, and good stop up high that time by Harabek. He got a shoulder on it. Away go the Ironmen the other way in transition. LaForme walking in. He'll lay it back. Anderson takes the shot. He scores! Brendan Anderson beats Mansell over the glove hand. And the Ironmen get one back. That's a much-needed goal. And their big dog, Brendan Anderson, answers. A lot of transition. I don't think either coach is going to be happy with this game so far in terms of just the game of hockey. But both teams have made each other pay on counter rushes like that. And that 3-on-1 cashed in by the former Brantford Bulldog as he stays red hot in this series. And gets the Ironmen back within one. Off the ensuing draw with 12:38 to go on the clock. Here's Searles trying to swing wide, but he was cut off by Sukal. He'll reset. From their own zone, Leland DeLangley looks up for Searles. It'll bounce off the wall. No icing. Harbeck's going to play it. Harbeck puts it up the wall. It was cut off there by Farmer, and he's going to control things there and wait for his line mates to get moving. His pass, though, errant, and it's dumped right back in by DeLangley. Blitzer offside. They're going to have to tag up, so that leaves lots of time for Jacob Brown from behind his own net. He'll start up. Brown dumps it in. It'll ride the plate. Mansell stops it, but he couldn't get all of it, so DeLangley will play it in the corner. He'll chip it off the wall. Glove down. De Oliveira's going to touch up, so no hand pass, and now he's just going to spin it up the wall. Can Farmer keep it in? Yes. Good keep that time. Now it's sent towards the middle by Sky, but DeLangley picks it off. And here's Cam Searles. He'll lay it up hoping for Witten, but it was under his stick, and now it's chipped up where Farmer's going to dump it right back in. 11:35 to go here in period number 2. Alex De Oliveira from his own zone lays it up for Witten, and they'll start up. Witten's pass, though, knocked down in center, and then chopped at by DeLangley. It was deflected, so no icing. Mitch Green will play it before the line regardless and send it up. Here's Theo Hill. He'll lay it up for Farmer. Tries to get it back to Hill. He does. But Hill had lost his stride, so he just dumps it in. Now De Oliveira hoists an aerial pass, knocked down by Sukal. And he'll gain the line onside. He'll take a bump that time from Rooney. It comes out to Searles. Searles and Gilmore move up. DeLangley joins the rush. Here's Gilmore. He'll walk in, take the shot, glove down. Good save by Harabek, and then at the side of the net, Searles jams, and it comes free, and it's covered up by the goaltender right there. A couple of really good stops by Harabek as he holds this at a 3-2 score. His best couple stops of the period. Again, though, transition. I know that the two teams, when they play in Six Nations, it's such a tight barn. The ice surface is much smaller, so you don't see as much of that transition, but tonight we're seeing it all over, and both teams, as I said, all 5 goals on the board so far are purely off of odd man rushes. Off the draw, Ironmen control, they chip it up. And Cowan tries to get it deep. It's cut off by Spencer. He'll lay it to Gilmore, who will look things over and drop it back to Quayle. Quayle back for Gilmore, and Marandola takes it away. Marandola then tied up by Cowan. Gilmore's going to try to start it up. A little bit too much carry from both these two teams. You want to see a little bit better passing, and he fanned on it, so Spencer's going to start up. He'll lay it up, picked off nicely by Ratchford. And then his pass was picked off by Spencer, who will just dump it in. Marandola is going to get first on this puck. He'll turn away. He'll lay it off the wall. Spencer will fan on the blast as Antone disrupted his stick, and then it's sent up by Green, where Witten will play at his own line. That pass through center, knocked down by Perovic. It comes free to Witten. Here's Witten. He'll fly right in. Witten dangles through 2. He's tripped, and the arms go up. That'll be a penalty. Puck comes out. Cyril's the shot, and he sent it high and wide. Mantle to the bench, the extra attacker on the ice. 6-on-5 they play. Here's Spencer. High point Quayle. Back down for Searles. He'll walk his way across. Get it back at the high point. Cam Searles turns free. He'll walk in. His shot was fanned on. Now Thompson up the wall. He's got Spencer. Spencer lays it back for Perovic. Now Perovic for Quayle. His shot down low. Kicked in front. And Witten unable to get a stick on it. A good play by Spencer, and then it's touched up. And we'll get a stoppage with 9:09 to play here in period 2. The Blitz will get their second power play. They're 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight. We'll see if they can cash in and restore that 2-goal lead. Faceoff will be to the right of the goaltender, Harabek. Green sits. It's the captain of the Ironmen, 2 or less. And off the draw, it's controlled in the corner by the Blitz. It's Gilmore. He'll spin one through. It'll come out to the line. Spencer chops at it. Anderson tried to go in transition. Nearly made a very skillful play there, but it's kept alive by Thompson. He'll go for Quayle. Quayle fires a shot through it. Hit the goalpost. It was deflected out high by Gilmore, and it just rang off the iron. Now Thompson fans on his pass, falls to his knees, and then Sukal just sends it all the way down the ice. Stopped up by the goaltender, Mantle. 1.5 to go in this power play. Mantle has some trouble with it, and he lays it there to Heffernan. Very calm right there is Mantle, shaking his head a bit, but got it done. And now Briglin, he'll lay it back for Sukal, and Sukal gets it to Anderson, who will chip it cross ice. And they want to keep the Blitz out of their own zone. Obviously, a very dangerous team when they're set up. 1:10 to go on this power play. That pass fired up for Heffernan. He'll turn back. On the tape here, Spencer. They move in. Spencer. He'll survey the middle. Into that corner. He'll look things over, and now his line mates are set up. He'll stop up. Out at the high point, it's Quayle. Quayle down for Heffernan. The puck bounces on him. He gives it back to the high point. Quayle, cross ice, Spencer. Spencer the blast, and he sent it just wide. Here's Gilmore. Spins it for Quayle. It's in his feet. Gets it to Spencer. Spencer, the quick shot deflected on goal. Good save there. Ben Thompson fights the bouncing puck and then turns it over to Anderson. Anderson's got Hill up on the play, and a good stick by Quayle, and Hill at the end of a long penalty-killing shift. Not a lot of transitional speed right there, but regardless, a good penalty kill so far for the Ironmen. 10 seconds to go here on this man advantage. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the second period. Here's Witten. He'll move in, take the shot, and he sent it wide. It'll roll all the way down the ice, and Green's going to rejoin the play. And we're back to 5-a-side blitz. 0 for 2 on the man advantage so far tonight. DeLangley will fire the pass up. Here goes Searles. He'll swing wide left. Stop up. Put it down low. There's Witten. It's in his feet. Witten finds it. He'll steer it down low to Perovic. Perovic gets bodied by 2, but it comes out. De Oliveira, the quick shot deflected just wide. Witten has it behind the net. Blitz putting on the pressure here. De Oliveira fakes the shot. Cross ice to Langley. He'll take the shot, and it's blockered up high off the glass, but stays in play. Perovic lost his stick, but he got it back to the line. To Langley the shot. Knocked down, and LaForme's got a man ahead of the play. It's Hill. But a beautiful knockdown that time at De Oliveira. It's a high stick, but he'll take it. A high stick and a whistle over a Theo Hill breakaway. 6:25 to go here in period 2. 3-2 the score. Off the draw, Ironmen control. Green in center ice, the captain out of the box, so look things over. Trying to get through De Oliveira, but he's stood up. And now De Oliveira hoists it through center. It's by Rooney, and Ranchford will play it his own zone. As Farmer and Rooney going at it in center ice. Rooney's cage popped off. He's got to put it back on here. Here they come. It's Ratchford. Charges right up the middle. Tries to dangle his way through. But it was sticked away nicely that time by DeLangley, who will hoist a pass, knock down at the line. Here's Hill. Hill down low, deflected, and it went just wide. Mantle might have got a piece. Now they pass it up. They got Searles. Searles tries to get it back to Marindola, who does eventually get the puck. Marindola all the way across for DeLangley, but a good stick by Cowan, and away they go in transition. Sky couldn't corral the puck, though, and that allows the Blitz to reset, gain the line onside. Here's Searles. He'll fire the shot off the crossbar. A couple of posts hit here in period 2 by the Blitz. Now the sharp angle deflection off the outside of the net. Searles will spin it back down for Marindola. He'll dangle his way through. He'll wait, put it back to the line. Here's Heffernan. Sorry, that's Quayle. He'll take the shot through, and a good shoulder save that time by Harabek, who has been under siege here in period 2. But he made a big shoulder save on Cam Searles to keep this game at 3-2. 5 minutes, 10 seconds on the game clock here in period number 2. Again, a very brisk moving second period, just as the first period was. As we're only at 8:45 and we're nearly 2 periods through. Off the draw, Quayle for Spencer. Spencer, as they still got the music playing here, might have to blow this down as it comes free at the side of the net, and they score. Chase Spencer. He's got another in this series. He stays red hot. And the Blitz restore their 2-goal lead. Just a broken play there. Spencer snuck in behind the defenseman and got available and put that one in as the Blitz take the 4-2 lead with 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in period 2. Spencer will spin that one up. That shot from a sharp angle kicked away by Mansell. Now they get the trailer. The quick shot and the save by Mansell as Sukal had snuck in, but Mansell up to the test. Makes a good stop there. 4:40 to go here in period number 2. Trying to get this draw figured out. As it's Brown and Gilmore. Face off to the left of Mansell. Controlled by Quayle. He'll walk out, chip it there for Spencer, who will fire it up. And he's got Gilmore. Gilmore through, and then Quayle disrupted, and here's Mitch Brown. He'll lay it there for Cowan, who will walk in. He'll work wide, try to get it in front, and Brown unable to get a stick on it, and he'll ride out to the opposite side and into center ice. Here's Sukal from his own zone. He'll backhand it up. It's chipped up by Brown, gets it in. Cowan's got a man cutting his Porter, but his backhand pass wide, and now Sukal jumps up, takes the shot. It was kicked away by Mantle. As Cowan was waiting in the goal mouth for that rebound. Now Cowan lays it down for Porter. His centering pass through everything. Sukal keeps it in at the opposite point. He'll dump it in. It'll bounce at the side of the net. Mitch Brown works it free, and now it's Porter. He'll backhand it to the line. Brown, cross ice. Sukal takes a wrist shot. It was deflected wide. And then behind the net, spun up the opposite side. Sukal activates, but Perovic takes it away. Now Perovic's clear, knocked down. Here's Porter. Porter in the middle, hoping for Brown, and it bounces on his stick. Now Perovic's just going to send it all the way down, and if it has enough, it will be icing. And yes, it does, as it did just trickle down. And we'll get the face-off back in the Orangeville zone. Good shift, though, from that third line of the Ironmen, as they were all over it right there. That's a good, hard-working third line. .325 to play here in period 2. 4-2 the score in favor of the Blitz. Quayle tried to sneak off. As now they have to send Spencer back. They're going to toss Gilmore here, I'd imagine, once Spencer gets back to the bench for the delay. Nope, they don't toss him, and then it's just sent all the way down right off the draw. Blitz trying to get that wholesale change. It's tied up. There's Anderson. He'll fire the shot, and it's right into the breadbasket of Ryan Mansell. He'll control. And hold on, we'll get a face-off once again in the same spot to his left in the Orangeville zone. As DeLangley took a penalty right there. I do apologize, folks. I didn't notice. I just saw 4 guys on the ice, but it is a power play here for the Ironmen. A big chance to get back within 1. Here's Green, the captain. He'll put it down low. On it first, Briglin. He'll spin it up for Laforme, who will send one. A bouncing puck goes right through the goal mouth out the other side. It's Anderson. High point, Ratchford lays it down for Laforme. He'll get it back to the high point, Ratchford. Cross ice, Anderson, the one-timer, and the blast went just wide. It'll roll all the way down, and Ratchford will reset at his own line. He'll lay it across. He's got Anderson in the middle. Anderson gets around to Oliveira. Anderson, the sharp angle shot right into the chest. Now, if Ryan Mansell will hold on, and we get sticks up high, because that's Briglin and Rooney going at it, as the linesmen jump in and separate things. I believe this is Rooney's first game of the series. He's very similar to Luca Marandola. He knows how to get under your skin. And that's how you know he's doing his job. He's not a guy that's going to score 6 goals in a game, but he's got some serious skill, and he also, like I said, knows how to get under your skin. As Hill won that draw forward, trying to get a shot on goal. He'll come out to the opposite point, though. Green will spin it down, and then it's picked off by Quayle. A good read, and Hill headman it, but Ratchford was back. And he'll just spin it back down to Jay Spencer. He'll go across for Quayle. Minute 5 to go on the power play. 2:16 to go here in period 2. Spencer and Quayle play catch. Now Quayle up for Witten. Witten back for Spencer. They play keep away. And now Spencer finally just hoists it up. Off the glove that time of Ratchford. Taken up by Gilmore. Here's Gilmore in. Takes the shot and a good save once again by Harabek. That pass for Hill in his feet. So Ratchford will dump it, but he can't get it by Witten. All the way into that corner. Witten will take it away. And he'll just fire it down. He took a stick up high by Ratchford. And that's going to be a penalty. That'll even it up. And we'll go 4-on-4. So 35 seconds of 4-on-4. And then the Blitz will get a power play for 1 minute and 25 seconds with 1 minute 45 seconds to go here in period 2. LaForme on this draw opposite Perovic, and Perovic wins it cleanly. The Oliveira across. Cam Searles fires the shot. Good save by Harabek off the goal stick. At the high point, the Oliveira has some trouble with it, but Anderson couldn't get it by him, and instead it's Searles. On that right side, stops up. Lay it back to the point. The Oliveira back down for Searles, but it was cut off nicely by LaForme, and he fires it up. He's got Anderson on a breakaway. Here's Anderson in. Shoots. Big save by Mantle. As Anderson was in all alone, the Blitz blow another coverage, but Mantle bails them out. Another great stop by the Orangeville netminder on Brendan Anderson. Now Anderson just took another penalty as he slashed the Oliveira behind the play. This is going to end up being a 5-on-3. Mantle on his way back. Orangeville back to the power play here. We're in the final minute. They'll just send it up. No icing. They're going to say Sukal could have played it. And we'll get a stoppage right here with 47 seconds on the second period clock. And Anderson, the victim of a slashing penalty, he's going to go sit down. And we'll get a minute 2 of potential 5-on-3 here. Anderson was hiding at the end of the bench. He's a big boy. It's hard to hide down there. They knew, they saw the number. He was trying to hide, but he's going to sit for slashing as he'll join Ratchford. Ratchford actually has taken 2 penalties tonight. He's a big part of their penalty kill. They send out Mitch Brown for the draw, Mitch Green the captain, and Isaac Sokol. That's the penalty killers on the ice. For the Blitz on the power play, it's their top unit, so Gilmore, Thompson, Heffernan, and at the point, Quayle and Spencer. 47 seconds on the second period clock. 5-on-3 we play, and they control the draw. Here's Quayle from the high point. He'll walk, take the shot, deflected twice, and it goes down into the corner. Quayle couldn't get a stick on it. Now he'll just spin it down. He's got Thompson. Thompson across, hoping for Spencer, and it does come out to center ice with 39 seconds to go in the second period. Spencer will gain the line. He'll try to dance through Sukal, makes a nice play. Spencer lifted his stick, though, and took it back. He'll carry it behind the net, lay it up for Gilmore. Gilmore tries to go cross ice. Mitch Brown gets in the way and then backhands it to the line, but he couldn't get it out. Here's Quayle across the one-timer, a big save. What a stop by Harabek. He robs Ben Thompson, a huge glove stop with 17.6 on the clock. His best stop of the night. Wow. Thompson had the net gaping, and Harabek just sprawled across. And took that one away. Sorry, they ran the clock there. Not too sure what that was all about. We were at 17.6. And now, magically, there's 7.9 on the clock, much to the dismay of both benches. Obviously, every second counts in a game like this, but I'm sure the Ironmen down 5-on-3 aren't going to complain about that one too much. Off the draw, Blitz control, final 6 seconds of the period. Here's Witten. Witten takes the shot. He hit the crossbar. Another one off the bar. And time winds down here in period number 2 as the clock hits 0. As the Blitz are arguing again that the clock, it had 17 seconds. Now they're going to tell them to put 2 more seconds on the clock. That's not a very friendly home clock operator move right there. I might have to go have a chat with him in the intermission, as he took a solid 10 seconds off of a 5-on-3 power play for the home team. And now they're going to put 2 seconds, as I said, back on the clock. Not much you can do with that. Two seconds to go. Perovic on the draw. The Oliveira lined up for the shot, but the faceoff is won by Brown. And that will conclude matters here in period number 2. 4-2 the score is where we sit after 40 minutes. The Blitz are going to have 13 seconds of 5-on-3 power play to start period number 3. And then a minute and 11 seconds remain on the Brendan Anderson slashing minor. So, an electric second period of action. Back and forth we go as we have all series long, but the Blitz take a 2-goal lead into the second intermission. Stick around, folks. We'll be back with third period action. You're watching Orangeville Blitz playoff hockey presented to you live here on Blitz TV on YouTube.
When the unexpected happens, you don't just need an adjuster. You need someone who cares. At Thompson Insurance Adjusters, we're more than a business. We're a family. And when you work with us, you become part of that family. As a small, independent firm, we take the time to listen, to understand, to advocate for you every step of the way. No call centers, no runaround, just honest guidance, clear communication, and decades of hands-on experience you can trust. Because restoring property is important, but restoring peace of mind? That's everything. When life happens, we're here to help you move forward. Thompson Insurance Adjusters. Adjusting with integrity, serving with heart.
Goal scored by number 75.
Hello, we're going to do a little refresh on my hair today. So I'm going in with the dry shampoo and putting that all over my roots, just massaging that in after I've applied it. And then going in with the texture spray, my favorite texture spray ever, holding up my roots to get a little bit of lift and volume since it's fallen so flat after a couple of days. And then going in with the oil just to break up a little bit of that texture spray and to add some shine, softness. That's the end of this quick refresh. If you have any questions about these products, message me or book an appointment at link in bio. Catch you on the next video.
Hi, I'm Jesse Chidwick, broker with Team Apex, powered by Keller Williams Real Estate. Growing up, I was committed to hockey. The sport had all of my attention, and I was determined to play at the highest level possible. To succeed on the ice, it takes a lot of early mornings at the rink, long hours training at the gym, and a lot of discipline. Fast track to today, the game may be behind me, but I have been able to take the skills and lessons learned from the sport and apply them to real estate, resulting in a 5-star experience being delivered to our clients time and time again. Buying, selling, and investing can seem overwhelming and stressful, just like preparing for a big game. Home buyers and sellers need to prepare for what is involved and rely on expert advice. Behind a trophy lies the time put in before the game, commitment to succeed, and guidance to execute plays that work. The same goes for a successful real estate experience. Whether you are buying or selling, you have our full attention, discipline, and commitment to reach your real estate goals. We are here to help you navigate the process for success, to successfully execute a game plan, knowing that your best interests are at the forefront of everything we do. Just like a coach, we are always there to provide valuable expertise and guidance to help you through the process and make informed decisions. Team Apex is here to put in the work to achieve a seamless, stress-free transaction. So if you are looking to score in real estate, let's connect today so I can help you feel confident and comfortable with your next move. We are committed to a 5-star experience.
Tell me what you know about dreaming, dreaming. You don't really know about nothing, nothing. Tell me what you know about the night terrors every night. 5 a.m. cold sweats waking up to the sky. Tell me what you know about dreams, dreams. Tell me what you know about night terrors, nothing. You don't really care about the trials of tomorrow. Rather lay awake in the bed full of sorrow. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining, always gonna be gold. Hey, I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good. I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining, always gonna be gold. Hey, I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good. I'm on the pursuit of happiness. I know everything that's shining, always gold. I'll be fine once I get it. I'll be good.
Coming in. Coming in hot, feeling like Pac, back in 9-4 when he took 5 shots. Too much, wake him up. See him still sleeping, so I had to shake him up.
You think I'm gonna fall in love when I'm not, baby? You wanna dance as a boy, dance in my head. You can't hold all alone, looking at the pain. I'm just gonna play straight, baby. You think I'm You think I'm gonna fall in love when I'm not
The real estate market is tough, but here at Team Apex Real Estate, we're just a little bit tougher. So whether you're a buyer or an investor looking to capitalize on the market and get the best value deal, listen, Steve, I'm in complete agreement. Both you and I know that this property is worth a lot more than what my guys are offering, but this is the most that they can afford. So if you want to pop that sold rider on your listing, let's get this deal done. Or if you're a seller looking to net the most amount of money possible on your property, Petey, you and I both know how unique this property is, and I'm pretty sure your buyers understand this value. There's not going to be another home like this that pops up on the market. So yeah, let's get into this number, get them to sign and accept, and let's get this deal done, my friend. So if you're looking for a real estate team that's not afraid to roll up the sleeves, take a few punches to the face, and go 9 rounds for you, and give Team Apex a call. You'll be glad you did.
All right, folks, welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at the Igloo in Orangeville, Ontario. If I can get somebody in the chat to give me a thumbs up, our sound checks are going great here. We did not find that we lost sound at the end of that second period, but I had multiple people text me and we had a comment in our chat that we had lost sound. So if I can get somebody in the chat on the YouTube stream to give us a thumbs up so the producer can make sure everything's okay and that we have our sound working for period number 3, that would be greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you very much to all those who have tuned in here to Game 3 of the NPHL Metropolitan Conference semifinal after 2 periods of play. 4-2, the score in favor of the Orangeville Blitz, who have 13 seconds of 5-on-3 man advantage to start this third period. Ratchford and Anderson in the box for the Ironmen as they're just getting ready to take the ice. Yeah, so our test stream in the background, we just got a thumbs up. It does appear that the audio is working on there. So if anybody in the at home can't hear us and has no audio, please comment. Let us know so we can make sure that we fix it immediately, as that would obviously be an issue on our end. And I'm just going to make sure everything's tuned up here. Like I said, as of now, it appears that we do have audio. Thanks a lot for the comment right there. We do appreciate it. As we do apologize to anybody that lost audio near the end of the second period, maybe missed what was going on. So Ironman took a penalty, Todd Ratchford, and then immediately, just about 30 seconds later, Brendan Anderson took a slashing penalty. So that's where we sit right now. Blitz will have an abbreviated 5-on-3 to start this third period. And Ratchford getting set to join the play in 13 seconds, while Anderson will have to wait 1 minute and 11 seconds. So the math right there, you can tell I'm not a math guy because I think my math was a little off right there on when those 2 penalties took place. But it was kind of a scramble at the end of the period. As soon as I got messages there, got the producer to my right saying, I think we might not have audio. And then our test stream was showing that we had audio. And then a couple people let me know via text message as well that we didn't have audio. But now it seems like we are all set for period number 3. As the officials are set, the players are set. Theo Hill ready for the draw opposite Kyle Heffernan. 4-2 the score as we get set for these final 20 minutes of Game 3 of the NPHL Metropolitan Conference semifinal. Hill wins the draw clean, and we are underway here in period number 3. Sukal controls from behind his own net. He'll wait and then lay it across where Briglin's going to have it, and Ratchford joins the play. We are back to a 5-on-4 power play for 55 seconds. Fresh ice here. Spencer controls from his own zone. He'll look things over. He'll try to drop it back, picked off by Hill. It'll go in the corner, and he'll be on it first. He'll just fire it around the plate. It comes free, and Ben Thompson kicks it into center, but Sukal's going to have it, and he's just going to hoist it down, but it's knocked down nicely by Spencer. Quayle's going to take it from behind his own net. He'll start up. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Gilmore works down the left side. He'll cut wide. He'll drop it off the wall. It takes a strange bounce. There's Spencer, and he couldn't get a shot on goal. He's tied up by Briglin, who works the puck free, but he couldn't get it out. Heffernan across for Quayle. He'll go for Gilmore at the opposite point. Gilmore all the way across. There's Heffernan. Final 10 seconds of the man advantage. Heffernan down low. Thompson off the goal stick that time of Harabik, and it's carried out by Briglin, and that will take care of this Orangeville power play. Back to 5 aside as Mantle kicks that one away. Anderson fresh out of that penalty box, sticks it wide, and Quayle just sends it out to center. Ratchford will dump it in. It'll ride the plate out to the far side corner where Spencer will take it over. Hill, though, cuts in front of him, leaves the puck there for Anderson, and then Hill's pass back to the line. Nobody home as they were changing, so Ratchford will reset. He'll spin it up for Perovic, and then it's taken right back by Antone, but he can't get it by Spencer. Blitz in the middle of a change. He had to be careful there. Witten, a nice little spinorama. He'll get around a man and cut in. Witten, a little bit of room all the way across, hoping for Searles, but it just evaded his stick, and now DeLangley keeps it in. He'll dump it down, hoping for Searles, but it jumps over his stick, and away goes Mitch Brown. He'll fire it up, hoping for Anderson, but it was picked off by DeOliveira, who will spin it up for Witten. Andy Witten's had a really good series thus far. He's tied up by Ratchford, and Mitch Brown's going to cut behind his own net and try to start up for the Ironmen. 17:48 to play here in period number 3. As Ratchford turns it around, Sukal collected off the carom on the dasher. He'll fire it up, hoping for Mitch Brown. It'll deflect in, and Brown will go after it with DeOliveira. They body, and DeLangley takes it over. He's bumped by Cowan, but he gets it up, and away goes Perovic. Perovic splits through 2. He'll start up. Leave it on that left side for Marandola. Cross ice Witten. He'll fire the shot, kicked away in the slot. DeLangley, the rebound, and a diving block by Avery Antone. A beautiful block right there as DeLangley had just walked in unmanned. But Avery Antone denies it, and it goes up into the netting and out of play with 17:20. You might be able to get the clock there on that left side when we get a play like that down in that offensive zone. And Luca Marandola took a penalty after the whistle right there. So now the Ironmen will get a power play. And I do apologize, it still says second period here, folks. A little scrambled. 17:20 to go here in period 3. Ironmen will get a power play. They're 0 for 2 on the night as Marandola goes down for slashing. Here's Ratchford, fires the shot right in the chest of Mantle. He'll hold on, and we'll do the draw over in the same spot. Off the draw, it's tied up in feet. Rooney sticks at it, and then it comes free to Gilmore, and away he goes. Alex Gilmore. He'll just dump it wide of the goal. It'll bounce out the opposite side, and there's Ratchford. He'll start up. Lays it up for Laforme. Down that left wing side, the big man rumbles through, gets around Spencer. Here's Laforme in front for Green, and it was stick just wide, and then Spencer clears. The captain right there coming oh so close to making this a one-goal game. Minute 25 to go on the power play, 16:42 to go on the game clock. Ratchford lays for Green. It's picked off by Rooney. Rooney's going to send it all the way back wisely, and the Blitz will kill some time. Quayle with his head up. He'll walk to the red line and dump it in where Harabek's going to stop it there. Green will spin it up the opposite side, and away goes Ratchford with a minute to go here on this power play. Ironman trying to get back within 1. Brigland down the right wing, drops it back for Ratchford. Ratchford sends one around the plate. It'll come out to Laforme. He'll drag it off the wall, cut to the middle. Laforme, a nice move. He'll go behind the net, and then his centering pass was off the skate of DeOliveira, and the net had popped off its moorings. So we'll get a stoppage and a face-off in the Orangeville zone. And here comes Theo Hill and Kessler Sky. It's been a quiet night for the two dynamic offensive forwards here for the Ironmen, as we haven't seen much of Hill or Sky. It's been mostly Anderson carrying the load, as Ratchford and Anderson are the two goal scorers. Ratchford's always noticeable, and Anderson's had a great hockey game tonight. But waiting for those two big dogs to get going. There's a fire shot from the point, knocked down, the rebound's there, and Mantle sprawls out. They say it's loose. No whistle yet. Mantle still down, and then it pops out the other side. As that was a frantic scramble, Sky and Farmer. I'm not sure how the officials saw the puck in that scramble, but he says he did, and then it popped out the other side, and he finally blew the whistle, even though it was still free. And we'll get the face-off on the right side, as Mantle was just sprawled out in the snow angel right there, as they dug away, desperately trying to get back within 1. 30 seconds to go on the power play, 15:49 on the clock. They win the draw. Here's Ratchford. Lays it off the wall. Farmer back for Hill. Theo Hill turns away from Perovic. Perovic all over him, wrestles him down. No penalty. Hill was trying to draw one there, and then it comes out. Hill wrestles him down. Now they they're going at it here as that looks like it's Perovic and Hill. As Theo Hill trying to rip off Perovic's helmet. As Hill lost his bucket, it's down in the corner free. I do not believe this will be a fighting major, obviously, on either guy. This will probably go down as a rough. As Hill heads over to the box, we'll see what they call on Perovic here, if anything. Yeah, they're going to send him to the box as well. Theo Hill's a tough competitor, man. Like I said, he hasn't been involved too much in this game offensively. But they know that he's their most dangerous forward, and they've been really all over him. He doesn't have his brother here tonight either, who's a big body who frees up a lot of space. And I guarantee you, if somebody tried to wrestle down Theo Hill and his brother Tyler was here tonight, they probably would have been answering to him. And the two of them are both going to go down as Perovic and Hill continue to chirp away in the box. I'd imagine coincidental minors here. So once that penalty expires, it'll be 5-on-5. Wait to see what the officials decide here. Spent a while talking. See if they give anybody a double minor or anything like that. Gilmore and Green getting the explanation. Lengthy discussion at center ice here between our head official and Mitch Green, the captain of the Ironmen, and Alex Gilmore, the assistant captain, without Tyler Randall here tonight. Gilmore taking the charge as the leader of the team. But it looks like they figured it out. Yeah, so those are coincidental minor penalties for roughing on Perovic and Theo Hill. And we're back underway. Ironman still on the power play for 10 seconds, but Quayle is going to start up, try to kill that time. He'll lay it there for Spencer, who will wait and then fire it all the way down. That takes care of the power play as Marandola joins the play, and it'll bounce free. Harabek's going to cover it up at the side of the goal, and we'll get a face-off with 15-16 to play here in period 3, down in the Six Nation Ironman zone. Face off to the right of Harabek, the goaltender. Blitz were one short right there. Thought they were shorthanded. They drop the puck, we're underway. Ratchford will spin off the wall skillfully, stop up, and then lay it up. He's got Briglin. He'll get it up to Anderson. Anderson's got a bit of space. He'll fire the shot, and he didn't miss by much on that blocker side. He'll pop out the opposite point. The bouncing puck taken back, though, by Spencer, and he'll send it off the wall. He's got Ben Thompson. Thompson worked on by Ratchford. He'll spin it free. He's got Spencer, but a good stick by Brigland, and then it's spun, but they couldn't get it out. The slap pass down low. Spencer at the side of the goal, and he couldn't jam it in. Now it'll come out the other side. Witten tied up by Ratchford. Witten first on the puck. Gets it back. Thompson fires the shot. Looking for the tip was Heffernan, but he missed him. Now they had Anderson behind the play, but Quayle alertly gets back, and then a hand pass in center ice will stop play. And we're going to face off there. .14:32 to go here in period 3. Blitz maintain that 4-2 lead. And the faceoff will be just outside of that Orangeville line. Gilmore and Brown toe-to-toe here. Linesman backs them up. And we're back underway. Scramble, draw, control by Cam Searles. He'll start up with speed, the former St. Mike's Major. Cuts wide, backhand chip towards the middle, and it's knocked down by Ratchford. Now it's sent by Searles to the line. There's a tie-up along the wall. Couldn't quite see it, but Ratchford starts up with the puck. He'll fire it down. It was deflected by Gilmore, so no icing. De Oliveira will be first on it. De Oliveira was worked over that time by Porter, but he did get the puck free, and Searles just puts it in center, where Mitch Green, the captain, has it, and he'll send it cross corner. Ironmen were offside, so they had to tag up, and that allows De Oliveira to send an aerial through as Rooney tried to tip that, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And with 13:53, we'll get another stoppage and a face-off on the icing back in the Orangeville zone. Draw will come to the right of the netminder, Ryan Mansell. Ironmen get their change here as their three are zoned in. Porter, Brown, and Cowan were ready to go as Anderson, LaForme, and Briglin jumped on. So LaForme opposite Gilmore on the draw. Tired group out there for the blitz. Ironman control. Here's Briglin. He'll work his way at the high point, give himself some space. The fired shot blockered away by Mansell. The bouncing puck. Briglin sticks it on goal. The save again by Mansell. A big stop right there. Here's Cam Searles. He'll lay in the middle for Rooney. Rooney cuts in, takes the shot, blockered away by Harabic. On the wall, it's turned over in the middle, poked at. It bounces around, and Ratchford just sticks it to the line. Knocked down by De Oliveira. He'll fire a shot right on the tape of Ratchford, and out come the Ironmen. LaForme spilled in center. That allows DeLangley to reset. He'll hoist it up, man. Anderson's so good at knocking those pucks out of midair. There's ones that look like they beat him clean, and he's able to get a piece of it. Dangerous forward wearing 71 for the Ironmen on the ice here for checking. De Oliveira has some trouble with it. He'll fire it up. He's got Ben Thompson who chips it there to Heffernan. Heffernan from the red line will fire it just outside of that blue line, He sent it high and wide, and now Thompson will reset. He'll lay it up for Spencer. He'll walk in, dangle his way to the middle. Spencer, though, disrupted. Crowd wants the hook. They're not going to get it. And there's Mitch Green. The Ironman captain sends it up. Avery Antone plays on the right wing side. He'll lay in the middle for Kessler Sky, who overskates the puck, and he was offside. So they'll have to tag up, and away go the Blitz with numbers. Thompson's pass finds Spencer. Spencer, the sharp angle shot, steered aside by Harabic. Now it's Green. Green again having trouble within his own zone. He'll eventually get it to Ratchford. And then the bouncing puck gets around Ratchford. It's controlled that time by Spencer. He's tied up, though, by Antone, and Ratchford joins in, helps out, and moves it across to Green, who gets it to Sky in the middle. Kessler Sky moves in. He's got Antone cutting. His pass, though, was knocked down, and then Heffernan sticks it out in the center where Ben Thompson takes over. He's spilled. He'll lay it across, hoping for Marandola. It bounces over his stick, and Green will take it over. 11:50 to go here on the clock. That pass in the middle, Heffernan the shot, and he fanned on it, so Jacob Brown will start up. Gets those legs going, hits the red line, gets spilled by Cam Searles, who will get this puck free, but Ironman a good back check there to take it over. Now the pass knocked down, here comes Searles. Searles walks in with Gilmore. Gilmore the shot, and he sent it just wide. DeLangley at the opposite point holds the line. He'll fire it down, deflected by Gilmore into the corner. Gilmore spins a shot, blocked, and away go the Ironmen with numbers. Might be a 3-on-2. Searles flying back, trying to get on defense. Brown drops it back for Farmer, who overskated it. And then he tries to get it back to Brown. It's spun down, and Cam Searles from behind his own net gets it to De Oliveira. He'll get it up on that right side. Witten fires the pass up. He's got Gilmore behind the defense. One-on-one. Gilmore, the shot, the glove save. A good stop by Harabic. He just got a piece of it. As Gilmore snuck in behind the defense, and the Ironmen live to tell about it. 10:51 to go here in period 3. Blitz still holding that 2-goal lead. Spencer works out from behind the net. He'll lay it there for DeLangley. He'll fire it up, deflected in by Rooney. Harabic's coming way out to play the puck. He'll backhand it up. He's got Sukal. Sukal up for Porter, and then through center ice, it'll find the stick of Quayle. The big defenseman fires up. He's got Witten. They say it's onside. Now he says offside. A delayed whistle right there, but they do get it. I thought it was offside as well. And the linesman blows it dead. We'll get the faceoff just outside of that Six Nations bench with 10:27 to go here in period 3. Again, a reminder, folks, Game 4 goes tomorrow at 2 p.m. in Six Nations. Great crowd last time we went down. We went down for game number 2. And Briglin's going to break in. Here's Briglin. He'll take the shot from the sharp angle. It rode out the other side. LaForme, the quick shot, deflected wide. Here's Anderson. This has definitely been the best line tonight for the Ironmen. Anderson with LaForme and Briglin. But Rooney's going to take the puck free, and he's going to walk up. But yeah, great crowd in Six Nations in that last game in game 2. I expect the same tomorrow at 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Those people pack the barn. They love it. They love the Ironmen. They love their hockey down there. And it's going to be a great game, game 4 tomorrow, 2 p.m. puck drop in Six Nations. Still 9 minutes, 48 seconds to take care of here. Here's LaForme working off the wall in the middle. Briglin the shot, the rebound, they score! Sukol gets the Ironmen right back in it. It's 4-3 with 9:41 to go here in the final frame. A juicy rebound. The big defenseman rumbled his way in on the play. Snuck behind that forward, blew his coverage, and Sukol made no mistake on that juicy rebound. The Ironmen right in this hockey game, 4-3 with 9:41. And remember that glove save by Harabeck on Alex Gilmore, who was one-on-one on the breakaway. And Harabeck just got a piece, but he got enough of it to keep his team in this game, and bang, Sukol makes this a one-goal game with 9:40 to go. And the Ironmen, they have no quitting them. You got to give this team credit. There's Hill. He'll lay it up there for Farmer. We'll dump it in. He'll ride the plate. Mantle can't stop it. Sky goes after it with DeLangley. DeLangley loses his stick. Here's Hill. Theo dances his way through, lays it back to the line. Ratchford the shot. High blocker save by Mantle. Now the Blitz are out. Searles. Sky flying back on the back check. He'll dump it in. Mitch Green, the captain, will take it there. He'll lay it up to Sky with a huge reverse hit on DeLangley. Both bodies went flying that time. They fire it up. Searles knocks it down. He'll gain the line on the right side. Stop up. He'll fire it through right in the chest. No problems there for Harabeck. And he'll hold on, and we'll get another face-off in the Ironman zone with 8:53 to play in our final frame. What a game here Game 3 has been. These two teams evenly matched. Blitz had jumped out to that 4-2 lead in the second, and now Sukol, with under 10 minutes to go, makes this a one-goal game. As we're in for an electric finish, folks. That one dumped up the wall, stopped up by Coyle. He'll fire the shot, kicked away. Now Gilmore spins it at the side of the goal. No problems there for Harabeck, and Mitch Brown's just going to send it up the other side. Cowan bodies with Spencer. It'll come out in center, and it's taken away by Heffernan. 8.5 to go here in period 3. Coyle lays it up. He's got Gilmore. He'll leave it there for Spencer, who overskated it, so they'll reset. Those quick transitional passes have just not been touching too much tonight for the Blitz. There's Spencer, overskates a puck. Heffernan, the forward back on defense, makes a nice play, and Gilmore just turns free and lays it there for Heffernan in stride. Heffernan will just hoist it up. He'll go after it. He bodies with Sukol, and the puck spun up the wall. Antone and Gilmore there. Gilmore takes the shot from the angle. It's stopped by Harabeck. It comes out the other side, and the Ironmen start up. There's Cowan. He'll dump it in. That little energy line on the ice here for Six Nations. Brown in the corner. He'll stick it to the side of the goal. And Gilmore's going to chip it up. He's got Ben Thompson with some space. Here's Thompson giving some room to walk in. Drops it back. Gilmore the shot. And he sent it just wide. And he got rocked as Avery Antone stepped into him after he let the shot go. He was puck watching. And here come the Ironmen the other way. They're offside at the Orangeville line. As Antone, not nearly as big as Alex Gilmore, but Gilmore was watching that puck after he missed the net. And Antone rocked him. And the Ironman bench are letting him hear it. Gilmore's been a guy that they do not like. You can tell that throughout the series. And Antone laid the rumble right there on Gilmore. .7:32 to go here in period 3. Off the draw, Blitz control. Here's Rooney. He'll lay it in the middle for Perovic. Luke Perovic works wide. He'll stop up. His backhander in the middle. Picked off, and away go the Ironmen. They gained the line, but LaForme turned it over right away to D'Oliveira, and now they get it up. Cam Searles. He'll walk in, center it out front, hoping for Rooney, and Rooney couldn't get a stick on it, and away they go. Ratchford jumps up. He's tied up, still works the puck through. It's down in the corner. D'Oliveira on it, backhands it, and he gets it out in center. What a pass that was. Here's Cam Searles. Slow developing play. He'll walk in on the left side, fire the shot right in the chest. And a good stop that time by Harabeck. Sticks up high in the corner there. That's Searles and Briglin. With 6:51 to go here in period 3. Intensity ramping up here in Orangeville. Face off to the right of the Ironman netminder. Off the draw, blitz control. At the line, Gilmore, the quick shot, and he sent it just wide once again. Marandola wrestled down by Theo Hill. Puck comes free, and away they go. Hill's going to start up. Might be a 3-on-2. Hill for Farmer. Farmer, the shot! Blocked out high. Good block by Gilmore. Farmer stays on the puck. He'll lay it down for Kessler Sky. Sky leaves it for Farmer. Back to the high point. The quick shot. In the slot that time was Hill. I thought that pass was going back to the line. Hill snuck in, took the shot. But a good active stick by Ben Thompson. It rides up and into the netting with 6:26 to play here in period 3. Theo Hill electric. He's always sneaking in those areas. You don't see him, and then he appears. Boom. And got a high danger chance there, but a good block once again by Thompson. Interestingly, they have Gilmore on defense here as that one rides off the glass. It hit the top of the glass, as our linesman is going to indicate right there. They wanted the penalty. I don't think they're going to get it. Because again, it hit the top of the glass. It actually jumped a couple times like a stone skipping on water, and it landed in the penalty box area. I understand the gripe. As the Ratchford penalty early in the game did look like it never hit the crowd. It settled in the Ironman bench. So I understand the frustration, but no call as tying up in the corner, Spencer and Hill. Farmer joins the fray, and the puck pops free. Gilmore, again, like I said, on defense right here. Interesting move. He'll work it free, and then it's picked off by Sukal in center, and then right away picked off again by Marandola, who's ridden into the boards by Sky. He punches Sky in the back of the head. That's a terrible penalty to take if you're Luca Marandola. You're going to say it's a high stick. It wasn't a high stick. He punched him in the back of the head, but Sky is okay. He's on the bench. Drew a big penalty right there. And Marandola, I mean, you're a guy that plays on the edge. You can't take a penalty like that. Just a boneheaded penalty to take. And the Ironmen are going to get a power play here, down by 1 with just 5:50 to go in period 3. They are 0 for 3 on the man advantage so far, but penalties like that are often the ones that cost you the most. Unnecessary penalties. Mitch Green wants 5 minutes for that, but it's not, I don't think they're going to get it. It wasn't that egregious. It was a rough, absolutely. And we'll see what the referees decide here with Green asking. Yeah, it looks like they're going to throw Marandola out of the game. Wow. So if this is a 5-minute major, that is really, really not a good penalty to take. Wow. I only see 2 on the board here, so maybe they gave him 2 and 10. I don't know what. Yeah, they haven't put 5 minutes on the board here. Heffernan in the box, serving the penalty. So the question is it 2 and 10 or is it 5? No, it's only a minor penalty, but Marandola gets tossed. Okay, so it's 2 minutes and then a game misconduct for Luca Marandola. That is the final call here on the ice. As both benches want an explanation. Ironman bench wanting a 5-minute major. Blitz bench wondering why he got tossed. Regardless, it looks like we're ready to play. 2 minutes are on the board for a high stick, and then a game misconduct has also been assessed to Luca Marandola, and he's lucky that it's 50 seconds away from that 5-minute marker. He'd get tomorrow afternoon off as well. As Laforme dangled his way in, but it was offside at the Orangeville line, so that'll bring the faceoff once again back out into neutral ice. Ironman power play, as I mentioned, 0 for 3 so far tonight. This is the biggest man advantage of the night for either team, trailing by 1 with just over 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Here's Anderson, walks in, takes the shot. It was blocked by Spencer, up and into the netting and out of play. Chase Spencer, a good active stick. Yeah, so it was a 2 minutes for high sticking and then a game misconduct on Luca Marandola. They called it a 10-minute misconduct. So I guess that's not the same, obviously, as a game misconduct, but with just 5 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock in regulation time. He's out for now, but if this game goes to overtime, say, does he come back? 5 minutes into the period. We don't know, folks. That's the unfortunate part without the referees being on a mic here in the NPHL, being able to explain things to us. But regardless, a minute and a half to go here on this ever so important power play for the Ironmen, trying to tie this game up. Here's LaForme through center. He'll try to make a move, picked off beautifully by Spencer, but then he couldn't clear as Ratchford made a gorgeous play to keep it in. Ratchford waits, lays it across Green, the shot kicked out, rebound, and Anderson couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's hoisted over the head of Mitch Green and all the way down the ice. Harabeck's going to come out, stop it, play it up for Anderson, and then it jumped over his stick, and Spencer just sends it right back down. Minute to go on this power play, 4:45 on the game clock. Here's Brigland. He'll cut in. Work wide on DeLangley. Take it behind the net. He'll lay it back to the line. They're set up. Sukal for Ratchford. Ratchford in the slot, and he had Brigland, but a good stick by Gilmore, and then DeLangley just sends it all the way down. Harabeck's going to send it up. The puck was out of the reach that time of Sukal, but he follows it up, makes a nice play. He'll gain the line onside. They had Perovic behind the play. He's got it now. He turns back, lays it for De Oliveira, who sends it up to Gilmore. Gilmore tries to chip it in the middle, getting a little bit too fancy here, shorthanded. Here's Anderson. He'll walk in, take the shot, kicked away by Mantle. And then it's spun off the glass and into the netting and out of play, but that'll keep the face-off in the Orangeville zone with 14 seconds to go on the man advantage. 4:04 to go here in period 3. Out comes Hill and Sky on that top unit with Farmer on the right wing. I'm surprised, honestly, that Ryan Davis hasn't put Anderson on the ice with Hill and Sky. Just load up. Here's Ratchford, the shot from the point, knocked down in front and then cleared to the corner by DeLangley. It's a bouncing puck through. Farmer sends it towards the middle. It's still loose as Heffernan's out of the box. Hill loses the puck and away goes Witten. Witten flies up. He's got Thompson with him. Witten walks in. Witten all the way in front. Thompson deflects it, and Harabeck got a save off the shoulder. A big stop right there as Thompson deflected it up high. Now Thompson wraps it. He's taken down by Farmer. To the line. Spencer, the shot deflected out high. Kicked out of there. Another good save. They swipe at it. It's still loose, and it's hoisted through center. Big clear from Ratchford. 3:20 to go on the game clock. Sukal's got it in his own zone. He'll backhand it high off the window. Rooney steps in front of it. And Sukal reset in his own zone. Ratchford surveys things as we tick under 3 minutes to go here in period 3. A 1-goal game. Sky deflects it in. Mantle steers it to Chase Spencer. Spencer works through a check and flies up. Here goes Spencer through center. Cuts around, can't get by Sukal, though. He just dumps it in. And that allows Green to play it there. He'll spin it up for Cowan. It bounces under his stick. And now Quayle couldn't get it out, but he lays Cowan out. The rebound comes out. Here's Mitch Brown. Brown taken down, and then that one sent up by Rooney to the line, not out. Green fires it, blocked out high by Rooney, a sprawling block. Ratchford, the follow-up shot, deflected on goal, and Mantle finds it, and he'll hold on with 2:27 to go in period 3. Yeah, I've just been surprised that we haven't seen Anderson with Hill and Sky. I know that the Ironmen practice even more than really any other senior team. And those guys know each other. They play well together. Normally we'd see Sky with Tyler and Theo Hill, but yeah, I'm surprised they haven't loaded up. Maybe they're going to do it in these last couple minutes. Try to get this game tied. Off the face-off win, the Blitz controlled, but then the Ironmen took it back, and now DeLangley takes it right back for the Blitz. His clearing attempt knocked down by Ratchford. Ratchford tied up by Heffernan. And now the puck comes free, and Heffernan's away. Heffernan with a 2-on-1. Walks in, takes the shot, and it's swallowed up. And now Heffernan took a stick down in the midsection right there. As I believe that was Bregland. As Harabeck made another really good stop. Heffernan with the 2-on-1. He felt he was sticked in a sensitive area after the whistle. They did not call it. Heffernan's not a guy who's going to flop around. So, you know, when he's going down like that, it probably did sting, but they don't call it. 2:03 to go here in period 3. Off the face-off win. It comes out. LaForme takes it. He's pestered, but he starts up. Here's LaForme. Numbers for the Ironmen. They center it through, and it goes by the stick of LaForme. Briglin will send it on goal. It's poked away by Mantle. They still have possession. Briglin from the point fires the shot. Blocked by Perovic. Follow-up. Down low, in front, they try to get it to Anderson, and Mantle will cover up as Anderson spilled at the side of the goal by De Oliveira. And that'll keep the face-off down in the Orangeville zone. I believe we got a timeout here. Ryan Davis, the head coach of the Ironmen, calls timeout, and he's going to get his goaltender to the bench. Hrebeck had a really good game tonight, honestly. He played really well. It'll be interesting to see what Davis decides to do tomorrow with Tim Porter, obviously their usual starter this year. They did split the net fairly evenly, but Porter got a majority of those big games against the teams like Orangeville, the Alvinston Strathroys of the world. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do tomorrow with a back-to-back, like I said, 2 p.m. puck drop. So these guys are leaving Orangeville at, what are we looking at here, probably 10:30. Depending on, obviously, if this game goes to overtime or beyond. And then you got to be ready for puck drop by 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That is a crazy turnaround for these two teams. And if there are guys without legs, you're going to see it tomorrow, I'd imagine, as now they do put Anderson out there with Hill. It's going to be Briglin, LaForme, Anderson, Ranchford, Sokol. For the Blitz, it's Gilmore, Quayle, Spencer, Rooney, and Thompson. Off the draw, Hill takes it. He'll lay it back to the line. The fired shot, it's on goal and snared nicely by Mantle right into the chest. Anderson looking for the tip. Gilmore all over him, unable to get a stick on it, and Mantle able to swallow up the rebound. Minute 34 to go. Net is empty for the Ironmen. Hill on the draw opposite Gilmore, the two best face-off men in this series. And then Rooney, the false start. One warning here, he doesn't want to do that again. You don't want to get your best face-off man tossed. Off the draw, it is controlled by the Blitz and spun up the wall where Ben Thompson finds it. He'll chip it soft off the glass. Ratchford will go after it with Gilmore, who sends it to the open goal and scores! Alex Gilmore puts this thing away. A beautiful face-off play executed to perfection. Quayle up the wall, Thompson the soft flip, and Gilmore beat Ratchford to the puck and gives the Blitz the 5-3 lead as they inch closer to taking the 2-1 lead in the series. A minute 22 on the clock. Gilmore continues to stay red hot and essentially put this game away. Ironman still a minute 13 to try to get something going here. Maybe send a message for game 4, again, which is tomorrow, 2 p.m. in Six Nations. Spencer's going to step up, make a nice move. He'll lose the puck, though, as Porter with a good stick lift, and here's Ratchford. He'll backhand up. He's got Mitch Brown, who will lay it in the middle, hoping for Cowan. Cowan does get to it, and he'll stick it down low. Rooney will be first on it. He's bodied. 3 Ironmen. One emerges with the puck. They lay it back to Sokol. There's Ratchford, the quick shot, and the glove save by Mantle as he sprawls out with 41.5 on the game clock. Keeps this a 5-3 score. They are going to pull Hrebeck again. Why not? Hrebeck again. He's been solid tonight. 4 goals allowed, but the Blitz were all over him. They were laying shots in from that second period on. The second period really has been the difference throughout this whole series if you look back at it. There's a shot, knocked down, the rebound still loose, it pops behind the net. Now they spin it out front. The scramble, Mantle sprawls out, and what a save that was. Now they shoot it, deflected by Farmer, it goes wide. Chaos here in the Orangeville zone. Now the sharp angle try, it trickles in on Mantle, and he covers it up with 22 seconds to go, and we get sticks up high, and Mantle's getting involved. Man, what a stop. That was old school. I hope our 519 Sports operator got that save. As now Farmer and Gilmore exchanging words. They're going to separate them. Again, trying to set a tone for Game 4. Well, what a stop by Mantle. Just threw the old school pad stack. And kept that one out of the net. He's been fantastic. But yeah, if you go back in this entire series, the team that wins the second period has won each game. I'm sure Ryan Davis and Nick Moniz, the two coaches of these two teams, are well aware at how important the long change has impacted both of these two, as Orangeville let the Ironmen score 3 goals on them in period 2 back in game 1 and take that game over. As Rooney's going to win the draw, send it up. Sukal knocks it down with 14 seconds to go. Second period was dominated by Orangeville in game 2, and then second period here, and that one's going to be a penalty as De Oliveira sends it out of play with 6.5 on the clock. But yeah, second periods have been huge in this series, and the Blitz have won each of the last 2 second periods and are 6.5 seconds away from winning each of the last 2 games. So 6-on-4 for 6.5 seconds. Rooney on the draw opposite, I believe that's Brown. And off the draw, Searles is going to send it out. He thinks he might have enough time for a goal. And we got a gloves down and behind the play with 0.8 seconds left. As Rooney and Brown trying to rip his helmet off. And Rooney does take his own helmet off here, but it doesn't look like they're going to be allowed to go. The linesmen are going to jump in. As Gilmore and looks like the Ironman assistant coach really have not liked each other in this series. They're still chatting away. Wow. Now Farmer wants a piece of Rooney. Again, why would you want to fight? If you're any of these guys, you'll get tomorrow off. And that's a quick turnaround. Well, tone has been set for game number 4. Are they even going to let them take this last draw? 0.8 seconds. All we have is a possibility of potential shenanigans. And they're going to run it. And that takes care of game number 3. The Blitz reign victorious and take a 2-1 lead in this best of 7 series, which has now been shrunk into that best of 5 as they take this one on home ice, the first home team in this series to have a victorious night. And we'll see if the Ironmen can respond in less than 24 hours, trying to even this series back up before it comes back to Orangeville next Friday night. What a game it was. Obviously, it started to boil over there near the end, but an entertaining game through and through. The game-clinching goal scored by Alex Gilmore. Put one into the empty net as he beat Ratchford to a loose puck. But really, this was a 4-3 game with an empty netter, folks. These two teams are evenly matched. And it's going to be an exciting finish to this series no matter what happens down the road. As I'm Trey Hamilton, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This has been Orangeville Blitz Playoff Hockey presented to you live here on Blitz TV on YouTube. Series tie, series lead in favor of the Blitz now, 2-1. Game 4 tomorrow, 2 p.m. in Six Nations. We'll see you next Friday night, folks. Take care.